Hey gamers, welcome back to another DSP video. That's right, we are going to be watching some videos I found out. I do have some of his podcasts lined up, but I think our boy Sunspot Gallery got us covered. I think everything I want to talk about is covered in his little summaries, so we'll watch that. If there's stuff I want to kind of find a little bit more, I'll go to the podcast, but I don't think we need to. I hope so. I am watching this on Safari, so hopefully this browser will behave this time. A few videos ago, a few months ago, there's been so many issues with Safari that just came out of nowhere because I used to have no problem. Maybe that'll be different this time. So bear with me. If there's a problem, there's a problem. I don't know what else to tell you, but I think it should be fine. It should be good. As they say, Apple just works, guys. Apple, it just works. All right, let's fucking go.
$5 tip, and I just received 5 gifted subs on Kick all at. I received a $50 tip.
Now this was him sitting there on the Street Fighter stream, like belly aching about not hitting the goal. Guys, no one's hitting the goal. We need to hit the goal. We need to hit the goal. And here we go. This was after he rage quit playing Street Fighter 6 after getting bodied, and then he had to cry about it. He sat there for 30 minutes. This was, by the way, all of this was not recorded. He recorded the time he did for Call of Duty, but not for Street Fighter. So I feel if you watch this actual video by Sunspot Gallery, you will see some gold dust, some little begging stuff that he would normally not say, I think. But whatever. Okay, let's fucking go.
I just received a $25 tip, and I just received 5 gifted subs on Kick all at once.
All at once?
This is what happens.
This is what happens.
No, this is what happens. When you wait till the end, then everyone gifts at once, and now we've gone far over.
This is such a weird thing to say. I can't get over it.
That wasn't intentional.
It's so weird to say that. It's not intentional.
It wasn't intentional.
But the thing is, when you watch him play any other game, that single player, well, I'll give him a little bit of a break for Street Fighter and Call of Duty for this, to a degree. This dude will sit on contributions and he'll say, "Alright guys, I got some contributions coming in, okay, after this I'll shout it out." He won't say the amount. He could just say at least "Oh, I got a $20 tip, guys. Okay, I'll put that leaderboard after this match or something." He doesn't even say that. He just says, "I got support. I got contributions." It's never "Oh, I got enough." I think the only thing he may need to think about is the subs and memberships, I guess, because he has to do a little bit more math when it comes to that versus tips where you just get the amount. He could just look at the amount and say, "Okay guys, we got this amount," or he could say, "I got 5 subs," or something. He could just be straightforward into the amount he gets, and he never says it no matter what. And he can actually do that during multiplayer because he has played Street Fighter and says, "Okay guys, I've seen some contributions coming in. After this match I'll shout them out." He could just say, "Whoa guys, I got 5 gifted subs. I got a $20 tip. Whoa." Instead, he just says, "Okay, guys, hold on. I'll add it after the fact." And then there's times where he literally says, "Okay, guys, I got some contributions, I got some support, but I'll read that out after our break." And then he leaves and plays in the bathroom, and then he comes back, then he reads it. And it's that is kind of you intentionally wanting them to do this, though. I mean, literally, and I'll say, it may not be conscious. He may not be consciously doing that, but it's just weird decisions. And then you get something like this where he says, "That's not intentional!" What?
So, Dark Side Pimp with 5 gifted subs over on Kick. All right. So that gets us already to 150. Someone says the streak is not ending. Well, you're right. It's not now. Now we went way over. This is what happens.
This is what happens.
I'm just going to say this. First of all, obviously, I'm incredibly appreciative. Thank you to everyone who just contributed. I know that there's people who don't want this streak to end. They like the fact that the support has continued for so long. We're hitting milestones, right? We're going crazy here. But I will say with the people waiting to the end, this is what happens,
It's so weird. So this guy, like, you start to notice something a little bit. When he gets a lot of money, he starts to feel, well, he gets a sense of entitlement, sure, but he also wants to, like, have a little control over how much he gets and when he makes it and this and that. And it's like, anyone would just be happy getting any kind of support, correct? Normally. But DSP is like, tip the correct way, guys. Come on.
It is what it is. So I don't want to do this. I want to. If we had hit it earlier, it wouldn't have gone over like that. But anyway,
I just think he says, I don't want to do this. But you're gonna see a theme with these videos that got lined up, and it's simple. It's that this guy does not understand what makes a streak interesting on many levels. Like in a game, like you play like a fighting game or Devil May Cry, and it counts how many combos you do or how many hits. Like, oh, you 20 hit, 30 hit, whatever. And that's because it's counting like, this is how hard you work to do this. And then if you drop a combo, you're like, oh, I dropped a combo, that sucks. Oh, I gotta get better. You gotta get good next time. And then you try to do a longer combo or whatever. When it comes to this, on the other hand, I mean, it's not exactly the same because that's a little bit more of an input kind of thing, but you're counting a streak of, like, something that is not natural. Like, you getting, like, $150 every stream, that is not natural, and how often does it get hit consecutively like that? So you're naturally just counting it, like, just by the sheer, like, a happenstance, I guess. But this dude will just sit there and be like, guys, you don't want it to end, right, guys? And he adds pressure to it. And it's like, that takes the fun of counting a streak. Because it should just be fun just, like, noticing him, like, oh, wow, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Not like you're trying to pressure people to continue. Like then it loses its appeal. Like, and it happened with the vest streak. Because I think, like, after all, I was like, wow, this guy's getting, like, $100 tips, like 5 streams? That's crazy. 10? Whoa. But as it went on, he got more and more like, guys, you gotta hit the goal, guys, the streak, you don't want it to end, guys, come on, the streak's going on. And it's like, it becomes less about the phenomenon and more about, like, just kind of forcing it to continue. Like, it's like you get a unicorn, a unicorn is in your house, and you're like, wow. And then you're fervently trying to keep the unicorn in the house, and the unicorn wants to leave, and you're like, no, stay here. And you barricade the doors, and this and that. Then it gets old, then it's about to die. And then you do, like, some fucked up shit to prolong its life. That you're like, dude, it's gonna become a vegetable. It's gonna become a piece of shit. Why are you doing this? You're like making a monster by trying to keep this unicorn alive. Just let it die in peace, man. And it's just like this Frankenstein monster, and it's like, eventually you're like gonna regret keeping it so long as it goes on. And you're gonna see that theme in this video. It's a very roundabout way, but this dude just doesn't get streaks and all that. He just doesn't get it. He doesn't get the fun of it.
Let's do it once again. 93, belting the trolls and hitting those goals. Again, 93 straight.
93.
Damn.
Felting the trolls.
Thank you so very, very much.
Again, how is it felting when he has to stay over and, like, sit there and be like, guys, the streak, guys, come on, guys, the streak, guys, come on. This is, like, literally just trying to, like, squeeze as much juice out of, like, a lemon to the point where you look like a madman trying to squeeze an empty lemon.
Here it says, I'm so happy. Thank you, Jay. Thank you to everyone who just supported. I very, very much appreciate all of you contributing, but we could have just hit it earlier if some people did it. Now we went way over. Now listen, that helps me, but obviously that was intentional. It wasn't intentional. I'm just looking to hit the goal. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get out of here so I can film the daily wrap and get everything wrapped up in the office for tonight.
All right. Now we go on to the daily wrap. As you can see, the guy is confused. He's befuddled. He's addled. You know, the RPG element. Ailment.
So the multiplayer is just not cutting it. But I will say this. What's happened now twice in a row, we don't hit the goals till the very end of the stream. And then what ends up happening is everyone at the end wants to help. And I end up getting a bunch of gifted subs, gifted memberships, tips, and everything. And then we exceed it.
Now, you know, you keep this in mind. Remember all these little segments where these people are saying, well, these people are going to give me money anyway. They were supporting me for free. You know, whatever. And this sounds like that they're just supporting to keep the streak alive. Which is like, so you admit that they're not giving you money to support you at that point. But then, if you bring that up, he's like, no, man, they're going to support me anyway. So then why have this little segment here?
Now listen, that benefits me, but I feel like that's kind of not smart, and it's not benefiting anyone.
It's not smart, and it doesn't benefit anyone.
Everyone's doing Hail Mary contributions.
Everyone's doing Hail Mary contributions.
At the end to try to hit the goals and keep the streak alive, but then we exceed it. Because obviously that means people the next day could have contributed.
But why is that your concern? Again, that's part of like the interest in a streak is to see how long it goes. But when you're sitting there like trying to squeeze as much money to continue the streak, so you have something to brag about, it's just why? Like he didn't have to do half the shit he did. Like, you know, in the politics stream, he did a live daily rap. Like why? Why did he do one? He didn't have to do one. But he did it anyway. But like, you know, come on.
But now they contributed the day before. So I'm just going to say this. Moving forward, if you're here and you're chilling and you're...
Look at this. This is him literally trying to control his fans on how to give money. And again, if you call this out as being weird, he's gonna argue. He's like, I'm just stating the observation. I'm just saying that they could do this. Yeah, man. But like, why do you need to point that out? Like, come on.
Enjoying the stream and you see that we haven't hit the goal, don't wait till the end. And I get it. Some people are like, well, I'm going to wait. Maybe it'll be less if I wait. But you see what happened? Now, everyone, I had, no lie, I had a $50 tip, a $25 tip, and 2 people gifted 5 subs literally all at the same time, which made us go crazy over the goal.
So, again, this is just like, this isn't his problem. Like, if that was such a problem, why did he stay extra? He stayed like, let's see, how far did he go over? 21:18. He was supposed to be out of there. Go and watch like some of the other past streams where he hit the goal. He clocks out so fast. Like if he hits it early enough. Like he tells us, I'm supposed to be out at 9 o'clock. Then he pushed it to 9:15. But then I think it was the Bloodborne stream where he hit the goal like on that Friday night. He clocked out at 9 o'clock on the dot. But then he said, well, but what, why not? Why didn't you stay until 9:15? Oh, because you got the goal. So you hit the goal. He clocks out fast as fuck. If you don't, he may stay a little bit extra. You can't really win with this because then if he did stay extra and as he hit the goal, then people could say, well, he stayed extra to make more money. He's not in a winning position, but when he says shit like this, it makes him look worse. Like, just objectively worse.
At the last minute, like, oh, man. So, thank you for that, everyone who contributed. But it can't. I don't feel like it's beneficial for it to be like that all the time. I do feel like instead we should space it out. So hopefully we will do that. Okay.
Hopefully we will do that.
Here's the deal. Tomorrow, it's a completely different.
Why say that? Hopefully we will do that. Oh, okay, dude. All right. I do want to see one other daily rap. Oh God. Let's see. The CPU usage is increasing.
In regards to the new office setup, what I wanted.
It's like only doing 10%. Come on. Come on, calm down. Let's see. Okay, it's this one. Alright. I don't know if it's... the 6th. This was the 5th. Okay, so this is a little bit after.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 5th. So it steals your weapons out of your inventory. All right, I was like, this on the screen. There you go.
There you go. I want to kind of find the.
So I go into the cave again to fight him.
Oh yeah, see, he streamed this Daily Wrap because he didn't hit the goal, obviously.
And I start to realize basically his force. As I ran behind him, I was shooting with the shotgun. Incredibly expensive to upgrade.
Okay.
So yeah, it drove me nuts. It literally drove me nuts.
And
then someone's like, "Yeah, so just so you know, this is the first time you encounter a variety of topics." And actually, this was one of the longer DS Politics streams I did because I had so many topics, and I still didn't get to them all.
Good.
All right, but it's lots of topics.
I covered this in my last video. This was probably the worst politics stream he did, and I'm glad it killed the streak. It was just not a good. It was not a good stream. It was one of the worst. The worst.
Covered, including a law in Australia that outlaws social media.
We're just gonna
start back at 0, and it resets. But as you can see, we didn't hit the goal. So I just want to make it abundantly clear: we didn't hit the goal, and the streak is over. Okay.
Okay.
So tomorrow we start back at 0, and it resets. And it is what it is.
It is.
This has been coming for the last week. If you haven't noticed,
it's been
streams
coming.
Where it's to the last minute and no one contributes, and then all of a sudden there's a Hail Mary. There's no Hail Mary coming, I can tell. So it's over for the night, and
man, like this is so weird. It's like he's saying this, like it really is like he's telling people like to like I don't know, like I don't know how to describe it. I'm at a loss for words. It's like he's trying to tell the trolls to calm down because like yeah, it's not coming, guys. Okay, you can celebrate tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow we'll start over, but this means no DSP tries it tomorrow.
Oh,
all right, so this means I gotta try to figure
denied.
out, you know, what I'm eating tomorrow, because originally I was gonna order food, but now I'm not. So I'm gonna.
Dude, and that whole Marvel stream, you may watch whatever Baconswitz has. This dude was so passive aggressive, and it was really weird. Like, I guess I gotta tell cats to make the meatloaf. I guess I have to, guys. And it's like, damn, man. Now, of course, it's store-bought frozen meatloaf. And you know, I always wonder, when DSP said she was such a good cook, what did he mean by that? Like, if all this stuff that is store-bought and they're just, like, taking it out of the freezer and then just putting it in the oven to warm up or whatever the fuck, how much cooking does she really do? I don't know.
Figure something out, all right? So, and also, let's be honest. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen with DS Politics. So I've done it for, you know, a month. I like the show. I think it's something different. There's variety there. It's something interesting.
No, it's
the clips that I'm putting up on DSP Reacts are...
More people should boycott his politics streams. It is not good. It's just like... It is so bad. I just can't I can't believe it. And it's like, as I said, I think I said this in my last video. It went beyond like even I don't care who he supports. He could, for all I care, he could be a Kamala head. He could be like, oh man, Kamala's so cool. Oh, whatever. He gets me for Kamala for all I fucking care. And it would still not solve the problem because this dude is. Like, he reads these articles, and he just simply doesn't get what he's reading. And he doesn't, like, think at all about anything else what he's reading, or has a critical thought as to, like, why things are like that. That mass deportation story he did was just, like, the perfect example of that, where he just has no idea how it would affect anyone else. Like, what could possibly go wrong kind of attitude. And it's just like, fuck off. So it is just bad. It is so bad. I can't believe. And I'm not saying that I have a better understanding of politics, or I'm such a politics guru or whatever the fuck, but I feel I at least have a grasp or an idea of what I'm reading when I read something than he does. Like it is something else. It is something else. And this guy should just not do it. I think when people want him to do a politics stream, I think mostly what they were wanting from him was to talk about like culture war nonsense, like like the Snow White thing is probably the only thing people were like looking forward to, I guess. But you're getting trash. Like it's a monkey paw situation.
Are doing decently. They're actually doing much better views wise than the other clips I used to put up there from the DSP versus the internet show. But you know, is this show long term going to work? I don't know.
Is it gonna work?
You know, we have around 200 consistent viewers, between like
I can't see it working. I mean, I'm terrified. I'm okay with, I'm terrified to see what his takes are gonna be. If there's anything that deals with people that he has no idea about, you know what I'm saying? I am afraid to hear what his thoughts are about other people's life.
I don't know if this, you know, this is a political commentary show, like I said I would do, and I think a lot of people maybe are always I said overall, I'm never gonna be like extreme one way or the other. I'm just not that kind of a guy. I'm kind of more middle of the road, level minded.
I don't know where that's coming from. He's like, I wouldn't say he's extremely right wing. He's a raging right wing nutcase or whatever the fuck. But he kind of has a bias when he goes through these stories, and like I would not consider this guy a liberal like at all. I would say he leans right at least he leans right. Because it's just he reads a lot of stuff that deals with the progressive issues, and he kind of mocks it, like the fucking food drive thing, where it was just simply asking to bring other kinds of food, and he was like acting as if like the SJWs are gonna march into his house and kill him if he doesn't bring in like culturally appropriate food, which isn't the story.
So, in that regard, I don't know. Like right now, I like the show, but obviously now we're a month in. I think I'd like to get some feedback. I'd love to hear people's feedback. The thing is, you guys don't really get to give me feedback.
I said this even way before. The fact that he said he feels safer now discussing politics because Trump won, to me says a lot about this guy's like beliefs and ethics or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because you shouldn't feel like, if you believe one way or the other, you should feel that way regardless. Like, I'm not gonna change what I believe in because Trump is president, and I didn't change what I believe in because Biden was president, or whatever the fuck. Like, it's not that like simple, but it's very cowardly to sit there and be like, well, I feel safe now to discuss this stuff. Like, he acts as if liberals are genuinely like a police force that will break into your house and like kill you if you don't agree with them or something. And it's like, what? Well, whatever. I'm extrapolating a lot out of nonsense.
Live stream on Kick only. So I'd love to hear, what do you think? You like it? All right, room for improvement, suggestions. Obviously tonight, as you can see, didn't get many contributions. Good. And the thing is, it's not like, oh, well, it's only streamed on Kick. I mean, that's true, but people can contribute via tips as well. So it's not like, oh, because he only streams it on Kick, he can only get contributions from Kick, contributors. That's not true. You still could have tipped or whatever. You still could have hit the goal, and we did hit it 3 weeks in a row. And now tonight we didn't. So it is what it is. But thank you to those who did check out over the last month. But now I think it's time to take feedback and assess and see where we want to go with the show. And we're gonna do that. All right?
All right.
But in the meantime, I gotta get out of here because I actually have to edit out clips from tonight's show, and I have to use a whole new program to do it. I'm trying to use this new program called DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve, and it's something else, man.
That is it. Tomorrow, we got a brand new game all day. So I'm excited to try it. And I hope that it's 2 months old. There's nothing really new about it. So people want...
All right, let's move on.
In today's serving of bacon sweats.
So perhaps that's the deal, is that, hero shooters 8 years ago were fun to play and watch. But today, people just aren't into them anymore. I think moving forward, we're not going to be doing any kind of a streak.
Okay, I'm going to do a little rant about this. This is for the gamers out there. So Sony, you're a fucking idiot. Like, look at this cool shit. So they released this like little theme pack or whatever to celebrate PlayStation's anniversary, and you could change it to be like the PS1, 2, or 3, 4, whatever on the home screen. It is the coolest thing. And then I read it's like limited time only. I've never seen a company do something cool and be like, yeah, it's gonna be temporary. Sony and Nintendo do this all the time now. Whoever decided this, they're going to hell, and they're going to a special place in hell. Like, I have the PS3 theme one over, and it looks so fucking cool, and it's like, why is this limited? Why is this like a limited time thing? You know, everyone's been saying that these dashboards are fucking stale and boring as fuck. Oh, wow, like, you know, and then they do something cool. Yeah, limited time. Like, fuck off. Unless Sony's gonna it's gonna say, this was like a beta test, and then they're gonna like officially launch this as a real thing, maybe I'll accept that, but they're not saying anything other than this is only for a limited time. Why the fuck is this a limited time? Why? So, like, I mean, even if it's like, well, it's only for the anniversary. That could be 30th anniversary tomorrow, next year, or whatever the fuck. Okay, but why not have this anyway? Like, so we're only allowed to have cool stuff for a limited time, and then to take it away. Like, whoever came up with this, they're going to hell. I just want them to know they're going to hell, and they're not gonna like it down there. They're going to a special place in hell, where all these ideas, these people make these ideas, they all go there, and it's hell time. It's such bullshit. Like, it pisses me off. The more I think about it, it's like, man, whoever thought this was a good idea to make it limited, they're fuck them.
Because the streak basically makes it that every single stream is about hitting a financial goal. I think this is what we should do right now. Starting tonight, there's no such thing as a streak.
Fucking hell.
This shocks me.
I received a $1 tip.
I'm shook.
From a troll. So kiss my ass. Okay, so guys, this is it. I'm gonna play one more game.
Damn it. This is not the podcast. I want the podcast. I want the podcast.
The green screen doesn't catch Jasper Kitty.
Okay, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, there he is.
Jasper
Oh,
Kitty.
okay. Is that I have. Of course, everything's better. By the way, some big within 1 hour. 4 hours of content. The podcast was by my second stream. Loaded codec form ultra fast. In fact,
you know, maybe I was being a little too harsh on OP Boone, because now this is actually awful. No one is doing fucking timestamps, so I have no idea what I'm looking for.
I'm reporting to the new one now, which is the one, because that's the only option I have. I need to do something. I can't keep using this old PC.
Okay.
So they're doing much better. I mean, you're talking double to triple the amount of attention. And I still didn't even, it wasn't some bullshit that was going to cause it to end.
Oh.
So if it ended last...
Here we go.
And we're dropping subs, and it was supporting it. But that didn't happen. And it could be a combo of factors. It could be that people were watching Kino Casino, Kick, and I got no Kick support at all.
Whoa. See, this is...
There was literally during the entire show it's very simple. All right? Clips. I was going to make 6 or 7 clips out of the show. I just didn't have time last night. So yeah, so it went well, you know? But basically what happened was, it's very simple. All right? A few people, supported it at the beginning, and there was literally no Kick support at all. There was literally during the entire show 1 gifted sub. 1. And the show is on Kick exclusively. So it's streamed on Kick, and I got no Kick support at all. All the support was a few tips.
All right.
That was it. So
okay,
it's not going to hit the goal if that's the case. The first couple of weeks, we had tons of people on Kick who were excited, who were watching the show, and were dropping subs, and it was supporting it. But that didn't happen. And it could be a combo of factors. It could be that people were watching Kino Casino. It could be that they just couldn't make it last night. Like, for example... Darkside Pimp, who's my regular supporter on Kick.
Man, he like loves Darkside Pimp. Darkside Pimp was my longtime supporter. Man, Gwet fucked everyone else.
Outright said, I can't be there tonight. Work is killing me and I'm slammed and I'm not going to be there. And I'm like, well, that's it then. What are you going to do?
Quit your job.
Yeah, that's life.
Darkside Pimp, look, quit your job. Your job is dumb and awful. Just watch DSP and just give whatever money you have. And if you run out, just go through a second mortgage or something. File for bankruptcy. So I don't know. Figure something out, man. Ask your he should see if he has any inheritance money. Then go from there. Like the sky's the limit. DSP needs your funds. He needs it now more than ever.
Can't always be there for every stream, and that's the thing. The show shouldn't be just dependent on one person being there to support it. So
it's so funny. He says this shit, but when trolls say the same thing, he says, "I don't get support from one person." And then he says to his audience, guys, I shouldn't be supported by one person. I mean, you can't control who gives you money, DSP. And this, again, kind of like bodies everyone else. Like, yeah, he actually, if you want to think about it, he does get support from other people. It's just he doesn't hit the goal by multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. He acts as
it is what it is. The streak ended. And again, this is not a negative towards anyone. I'm not upset. I'm not disappointed. This is not.
He legit can't be upset because he looked very, very silly, and he kind of knows that. Like, and even if if he couldn't hit the goal because of the bullshit that he's gonna list off, he would just be mad at the situation. Which again is like, yeah, he's not gonna be mad at people. He's gonna be mad at the situation. It's still silly because at the end of the day, the whole point of a streak is counting the phenomenon of something continuing back to back to back. And if it doesn't continue, it breaks the streak, and then you count it again. And that's the fun of it. But this guy, like, just sits there and tries to stretch it out so that people can, like, give him money. That's why he streamed the daily rep. That's why he counted the tips he got during the daily rep at times. Because this dude is just desperate to keep a streak going and not letting it continue on its own and then ending at the end of the actual stream that he ends it, etc., etc.
Like when it looked like something was going to end because of an extenuating circumstance or anything, it ended naturally and it ended properly. It wasn't some bullshit that was going to cause it to end. So if it ended last night, it ends, and I was like, all right, you know what? There you go. It's all good. Not a big deal. Okay, and that's fine. So then last night, I went on Kino Casino while they were broadcasting, and I talked with those guys for a little bit. Just having some fun, as usual.
Having some fun.
Minutes. I was only there for like 15, 20 minutes. And they were doing some crazy thing where they were playing some video at like quarter speed, and Andy was doing a speed run of Super Mario World at the same time.
Whoa,
I was like,
that's crazy.
Again, I don't know how they do it.
How do you do it? How do you
don't know how to do
multitask?
it. I would never be able to do that.
It's funny he says he can't do that, but he bragged about multitasking in the past, I feel. But okay.
Every night they're doing crazy stuff like that. It's like
every night. It's crazy.
So anyway, we're doing it. I'm talking with them live during the stream. And Triple P, which again, that's what I call him, Triple P says,
because he's
the streak ended. No, it didn't. I said, what do you mean? He goes, no, you were doing your political show. He goes, your political show is not your regular content.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
You shouldn't even be counting that show as part of your streak. Your regular viewers who watch your gameplay have literally carried you for like 3 months on the streak. So that's not fair to them. They're the ones who've been pulling you through. The politics show is relatively new. That definitely shouldn't be the end of your streak.
But at some point, when does it become part of the regular content? Think about it like this, right? Because if he's going to grant the politics stream immunity. To make it political, it's like Joe. Think of it like this, okay, guys? It's like Joe Biden pardoning his son Hunter because he did something he never did before. Oh man, I don't know how else to make it sound, but this is really dumb. It's just a dumb thing to hear him say he gets immunity because it's a new show. But eventually, after a while, it's gonna become an original. It's gonna become part of his content. So when does it leave being new and being genuine? And it doesn't really jive because he got support for 3 streams of it. Just because the 4th one it broke the goal it now gets immunity, but it got support the other 3 streams. So like, it doesn't make sense. It would have made sense if it was the first stream of the politics show and that killed the streak. That would make sense. But even then, it's like, okay, but how long does it take for it to be accepted as a regular piece of content? That has to regularly hit the goal? I mean, you could argue it regularly hit the goal for 3 streams.
Okay, so he's like, I think you should continue your streak. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm like, all right. I mean, it is a fair point. You know, that's true.
How is it fair?
It is a show that's brand new. It's getting an audience right now. Right? It's not something is regular. You know, I don't have it on a regular day yet. You know, I had it regularly on Thursday, then I went to Friday, then I went back to Thursday.
But it was only on Friday for Thanksgiving. It has a regular time slot. It's Thursday. You bumped it to Friday for Thanksgiving. It was a extenuating circumstance. That doesn't count as being flaky. Like, if he did it, like, constantly, like, every week it was a different day, fine. But he said it was Thursday. He only moved it to Friday because of Thanksgiving. That's a really dumb statement to say. But this dude is an idiot anyway.
And I definitely know that, for example, someone with, for example, like Darkside Pimp outright would have supported it, couldn't be there last night. So, you know, this is also...
So it has a regular then. So... Even as he's describing this, what PPP said is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I'm sorry. It doesn't deserve immunity. But even if it does, it's so funny to me, right? You could do this stupid politics stream once a week and give it immunity from hitting the goal, and that's fine. That's fine and cool and dandy. But if he did that for an RPG, you know, a genre he loves, and do it once a week, he's gonna go homeless. And of course, they can say, well, it's a long, drawn-out game. Does politics have an endpoint? Maybe when the humanity goes extinct, that's when it ends. But it's not gonna end at any point unless he decides to stop doing it. But that's as long as an RPG. It's infinite. So it doesn't really make sense anyway. Why can he do this with Metaphor? He loved Metaphor. Why not play it once a week? And just have it be the one game. And then he has other games supporting it. No, impossible. Can't do it. Like, and he said back then, oh, this would kill the streak. Well, now he doesn't do streaks anymore, right? No, fuck Metaphor. It's like, I'm telling you, if it's a really good game like Metaphor, he'll never play it. He will just drop it. He played the demo and he couldn't even beat the demo. He couldn't even beat it.
Stuff to consider, right? So I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it, and basically we're kind of going back and forth about it, and I'm like, well, I'll think about it overnight, all right? Because the truth is, the streak did end. It did. Everyone was there. And we didn't get the support. The streak ended, okay? So here's the deal. First of all, the streak's not continuing. It's over. You're not gonna lie about it or try to fudge it or try to fucking bullshit around it.
He
the
just
streak
said
ended,
it was over.
Okay,
I'm saying it again.
But there's 2 things that I would like to do.
All right, 2 things.
All right,
Get
there's
ready.
2 things that I would like to do. The first is this. Okay, today, if we hit the goal on this stream, which we very well may, it's a new release day, right? We may get excitement. You know, people want to see the new game. They support it. If we hit the goal on this stream,
you know. I think when I was like setting up this video, I was debating like because I had an idea and I couldn't remember it, so I was like, man, there's something I was gonna do, and I think it just dawned on me now. I wanted to kind of find all the podcasts that he did after the Vest streak and see what happened, because this dude always scurries for these weak ideas after the fact, and it's always weaker than the initial. Like, because he did the chair spin. That was like right after, because he got the new he moved that weird chair into his room. He got rid of the love seat for that, and he's like, this is a huge improvement because of the Vest streak and this and that. He bragged about it, and then he's like, okay, so I'm gonna do a chair spin. Then it went from that to Skittles. Like I think ALT did a whole like lore stream or whatever on that, and I could kind of watch that, I guess, to get to my point about this. But this dude always like he tries to scurry another idea out the door, but he has no realistic implementation or game plan with it. It's really awkward.
I'm still going to do DSP tries it anyway. Okay? Regardless of the fact that we didn't hit the streak last night, I still want to do it anyway. Because you guys support me so much, and the whole idea of DSP tries it is supposed to be I'm saying thank you, let's continue this show that doesn't make money or anything. Okay? So I don't want to then say, oh, now we get punished or we're not going to do it. No, we're going to do it. All right?
Wait, what?
Okay? You guys support me so much, and the whole idea of DSP tries it is supposed to be I'm saying thank you, let's continue this show that doesn't make money or anything. Okay? So I don't want to then
nice burp, buddy.
say, oh, now we get punished or we're not going to do it. No.
You'll be punished if I can't eat my fast food, dude. Like, man. And you know, this dude bragged for so long how he stopped eating fast food and this and that. But this streak, he has seemed very attached to this idea. Like, and you know, the politics stream, he said a lot of misleading stuff. Guys, I can't do the Popeyes if you don't hit the goal tonight. This and that over and over. And then you remember, no, Phil, you have to hit the goal that night, and you have to hit the goal on the Friday stream. So either way, they have to hit 2 goals, not just the goal that night. Come on.
Oh, we're gonna do it. All right. So let's hit the goal today on the stream, because that was the agreement, was that we were gonna do it through today, and then I was gonna order the food just like we do every Friday. All right. So as long as we still hit it on the stream, we're going to do a DSP Tries It episode anyway, okay?
Whoa.
But we're not going to reset the streak. That would be really stupid. All right, we're not doing that. But I do agree.
But is... Okay,
with Ashton on this fact that I do think that the political show, being that number one, it's only on Kick. I don't have
resetting the streak when you have goals hit 0, so technically it did reset.
Have the YouTube audience or the YouTube support.
But see, the other thing is he seemed also oddly attached to only Friday being fast food day, because when he did that Call of Duty stream where he stayed really long, he said like, oh, it should be at the end of the week kind of thing. Oh, I don't want to do it Sunday to do fast food. It should be Friday. And I'm just sitting there thinking, it could still be Friday. It just won't be a set number. It'll be like, you know, instead of like however number it was gonna be at that point, it was gonna be like 5 or whatever, or 6 or 7 streaks by that Friday. And it's like, you still can't do it then. Like, yeah, you're making less money, but you're still making more money than how much fast food costs to do it anyway. So you're still making more than enough to do it. It's not like he has a goal of $5 and it's like, well, if I don't get $5, you know, whatever, you know, he's still making a profit. That's the point. That's the point I'm making. He's still making a profit.
You can't super chat. You can't do a super sticker. You can't do memberships on there, right? I do think that perhaps moving forward, we shouldn't count it during the stream.
You know, I'm surprised he didn't dub Friday as Fast Food Friday. Okay, it's DSP Tries This Fast Food Friday, and we're gonna get Popeyes 100 bucket chicken.
I don't think it makes sense until maybe it gets a foothold. Like if we get a regular audience of people who like it and support it, that's a different thing. But right now, I don't feel like we're getting that.
He just said he did, though, with Darkside Pimp. Oh, he needs more than one whale that's a regular there. I mean, come on, man. You got $66. That's not good enough to determine that that's a regular crowd? Okay.
And it's because it's new. You know, perhaps let the show run for a while. Let it get some consistent support.
How long?
Let it get some consistent viewership of people who are coming by and liking it.
Again, one stream, it didn't hit the goal. And it needs consistent support already. Despite 3 streams getting support. Okay.
Right? And then we should start counting it towards it, but maybe that makes sense. Okay? I think that does make sense. All right? So moving forward, I don't think that I'll be doing the politics stream as counting towards any kind of a streak or anything like that. Okay? So there you go. Now it's funny, these people who come in every day and they're like, but you have all these re-streamers who watch you. Yes, and they don't support
Man, he has to find a way to bring it up.
me. The re-streamers are scumbags. They're people who literally cannot make content for themselves because they are losers. They are leeches. They are parasites.
Oh, no.
They have no talent.
No
Their
talent.
talent is watching my talent and then talking about it. That's not talent. You understand? No one would.
What's your talent? You read articles and then you butcher what you read. That's talent. I'm talented. I read an article and I don't comprehend what I read. That's his talent. I guess that is a talent. You like that. That is something very special. Only special people have that ability.
Tune into just them. They only tune into them while they're watching me. But they've made an audience.
But again, this audience isn't people that will support Phil in any way. Like it. I don't know if he says it. I think he says it in this stream. I don't know where he says it, but he brings up like, oh, what they're doing is illegal because they're taking opportunity away from me. But the opportunity that they're taking away from Phil is people who hate him. Like, they're either not going to give you money or you're not going to like their money and you're going to ignore them. Right? Correct?
That is toxic.
Toxic.
That is harmful. That will never support me. So they don't count, nor do they matter. You know? The truth is, you're right. Every single day when I'm streaming, I probably have double to triple the audience that I have on my actual content because people have made it a policy to think that they can live rebroadcast. You can't.
You can't.
Okay, allow me to explain this as matter-of-factly as possible.
What about you when you read
It's
articles?
illegal. You can't live rebroadcast someone without explicit permission because you are rebroadcasting their content.
He has literal videos on his dumb fuck channel saying, "I give you permission to do whatever, man. I don't care. I just wanna play games and have fun."
Content and making profits off of it and taking away their opportunity to actually have legit business.
But what opportunity does he have? He just said that the people who watch the restreamers are not going to support him. So what opportunity does DSP have with people who don't want to support him? Like, what? Come on, man. Come on now, dog.
With their own content.
This is the same mentality Nintendo had about why they claimed videos. They're taking opportunity away from us by playing our games. And this and that. See, I'm telling you, DSP cries about these fucking corporations doing copyright claims, but he would be with them if he was benefiting off it. Because this dude has the thought process of a CEO. If he could be a CEO, he would. If Nintendo entered his little pig pit and said, "Phil, we need you to be a CEO at Nintendo," he'd jump up and down for it. And then he'd do it, and then Nintendo would go out of business. They would really be hurting after they take his advice as CEO. But it's that kind of mentality he has that so many times. Because what opportunity does he have? Dude, the trolls are just giving you a free advertisement. Again, this is the same mentality that he shat on other companies for having, by the way.
If you do a transformative work, meaning let's say you had a broadcast and you edited it up and chopped it up and paused it to do commentary and criticism, that's different, right? If I'm watching a full-length documentary, but I'm pausing and I'm adding content and I'm making it transformative, that's legal. So, for you to live...
So then oh my god, I'm gonna do the DSP's favorite kind of example. So it's like, if Mystery Science Theater 3000, right? So they could just upload them reacting to Marvel's Endgame. That would be okay? No!
Broadcast someone's stream without permission is completely illegal. There is nothing legit about it. You can't do it. There's not a legal leg to stand on. But the fact that just because people don't sue you for it makes you think it's legit, it's not. It's not content.
But is it
it's not real. You're a bunch of...
But this is dumb. This is where it delves into the realm of, is it worth it? Like, is it really... Like, what? Let's say DSP has infinite money, right? He has infinite money. He could sue whatever he wants. He could sue the president if he really wanted to. Like, that's how much money he has. Would it be really worth it to sue restreamers? No. It's not a good optic, because then you'll just be known as the streamer that goes after other streamers. Like, it's not a winning image to have. So there's really no point in doing it. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is a very level 1 thought process. Sure, it's illegal, but is it worth it? No, it's not, and grow up. Because, like, dude, he's getting mad that people who are not giving him money are watching him at a restreamer. You know, the thing, he calls it the detractor daycare or whatever the fuck. But okay.
Fucking no-load losers who don't deserve a single view or a single dollar from anyone because you don't have content of your own. Fuck off.
No,
okay?
I have my own content.
Now,
I have Jacko on my screen. Do you have Jacko? You don't. So I win. And you lose, sir.
It is completely illegal. Enjoy your permanent ban.
Enjoy your ban. Bye-bye.
It is completely illegal to fully restream something live because you have taken away the opportunity of that person to earn money on their own content and business.
What opportunity does he have, though? So let's say that we are all not allowed to restream him. Are we gonna magically decide, I want to give Phil money? No. The only people that would do that are probably like people who are already probably in his chat anyway, doing troll tips as it is.
It is illegal. It is
illegal.
not transformative to live rebroadcast someone 100% without permission. It will never hold up in a court of law. Fuck off.
Okay, so again, I brought this up before, but this guy got mad at that family who was trying to get their landlord to fix the piping or the mold situation, whatever, and he was like, "This is a winning case. Why don't they sue them? Sue! You have a winning case!" All this stuff, and you know what? I think that, whatever, you know, but it's very obvious that these people just didn't want to do it because they just wanted to kind of get the landlord to do their responsibility and then live their respectfully. Because once you sue, it's gonna be very awkward after that. Like, how can you know, they didn't want to do that. And they just wanted they're busy people or whatever. And this dude is yelling at them to sue and this and that. Meanwhile, this dude is saying he has a winning case if he sue the detractors, but he won't sue them because it costs money and this and that. It's so funny that this dude wants everyone else to sue everyone, but when it comes to him, I can't do it. I don't have the money. Why don't they sue? Come on. I can't sue. I don't have the money.
So anyway, in regards to
fuck off.
In regards to the politics show, it will continue.
No,
it's not going to end.
Terrible
For the
news.
record, I still made like $60 on the show.
Yeah,
it wasn't like there was zero support and everyone hates the show. That's not the case. It's just that literally none of the Kick supporters were there. None of the Kick regulars were there for DS Politics to support it, so I got zero support from Kick. It was just a couple tippers that basically supported the show.
Oh my god.
And I appreciate that.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. He got zero support from Kick, but the people who watch you on Kick tipped you. Hello?
I agree with both Ashton and others saying that show essentially shouldn't count towards the streak. Okay? So it won't. From now on, we won't count that at all towards any kind of streak or goals. It'll still be there. We'll still have goals or whatever, but it's not going to count because I agree. It's a different kind of content. I've only done 4 shows of it. So I don't see why it should be that big of a deal. I mean, that's kind of sucks that's what ended the streak. The gameplay was doing fine.
You know, it should end your life
I just had a bunch of really solid streams.
Not really,
Stalker,
but it should end his
Microsoft Flight Sim,
career.
and Bloodborne all did great.
It's a terrible show. I hate it.
You know, no problems there. It was only when I did this other kind of content that the streak ended.
I wonder if he's going to do a War on Christmas story. I really wonder. Okay, guys, so now they're saying that you have to say Happy Holidays. I want Christmas. I celebrate Christmas. say both. Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas. Even though Happy Holidays encompasses everything, why not just say that? No, you have to say it. I feel like that's what he would say. He wouldn't say only say Merry Christmas. He would say both, which is like kind of redundant. Just say Happy Holidays and move on with your life. I mean, what else? What can I say? What can I tell you? That kind of
sucks. So it is what it is. You know, there's various different things that have killed the streak. We had the boringness of Black Myth Wukong, and then we had the politics show with none of the Kick supporters being there, right? So
no one should be there, honestly.
I guess it is what it is.
No one should watch it. It's not made for
Lucky
humans.
Gremlin says, I mean, you don't have to strike the channel to do that, right? I don't know what you're talking. Oh, why not report them and take their ad money? Because you can't do that, Lucky Gremlin. The only way that you can stop someone
Keemstar
from,
can do that.
You know, basically
right?
doing it, you need to be involved with a partner network.
Again, it is so funny that this dude is like mad about other people making money, right? Duty got demonetized. Still did videos on DSP despite that. And DSP kept mocking, like, you can't make money anymore. But I thought, like, you know, but he always argues that these people didn't make money, they wouldn't make content. Duty still made content about DSP despite not making money, and DSP still made fun of him. So at this point, we're at a crossroads where I think people should just do whatever the fuck they want. That's where we're at in this situation. We went from moral guarding, saying, "Oh, don't make money off Phil content," to "Who cares, whatever," to "You know what, guys, fuck it, do whatever." Like it's still the same as like do whatever, but now it's like fuck it, do whatever.
A big corporation. A corporation can contact YouTube and claim other people's content. An individual creator cannot. I would have to lawyer up and get all kinds of legal backing in order to do it. And I could. It's well within my rights. I could easily reach out to YouTube with a lawyer and say, these channels regularly rebroadcast my content.
So how was he able to strike DSP React not DSP Reacts, the DSP Raw channel when he did the React streams for a while? He was able to strike Super Crazy. Was it Super Crazy? Yeah, it was Super Crazy because that triggered the lawsuit. But he was able to do that to teach him a lesson. That, you know, whatever. You know, Super Crazy, you can say whatever you want about him. I mean, it was definitely a scam what he did with this fucking lawsuit bullshit. But it's also funny that DSP said in that one video, I gave a strike, you know, just to teach him a lesson. I think he learned his lesson or whatever the fuck. It was like a power trip segment. It was really, really funny.
Regularly steal my content without my permission and just fully re-upload it, not any transformative work. I want their money, and they would give it to me. I want their money back. I don't have the time and the means to fuck around with lawyers to do this. You know, it's disgusting that these people think that what they're doing actually is legit. It's not. You only exist because I allow you to. Do you understand? You're like little gnat that's buzzing around.
Oh my god, this dude is so like he's getting off to this. This dude, this is the most, like, you know what, the meme where people say, like, oh, this author snuck in his fetish into his fucking work, right? Or whatever the fuck. This is DSP sneaking his little fetish in his little content. He has a scat fetish, diaper fetish, and a power fetish. But it's unclear if he has a dominatrix kind of fetish or he's a sub. I think he's a sub, honestly. I can't see him being a dominant guy. I just don't see it. He just doesn't really give that vibe, because every time he tries to sound dominant, you just end up laughing instead of taking him seriously. So I can't see him being a dominatrix kind of guy. He's probably a sub. You know, Kat's probably the dominatrix in the family. She's probably the most dominant force in his life, probably.
My neck, and I just don't have time to swat you away. But one day I might. One day I might actually have to go, and just crush your fucking ass.
Why don't you try? You know, anyway. he did that, but what he should do next? He should do it by like making a fist and punching himself in the head. That's what he should do next. Like, you're like, oh man, and just gives himself a black eye. He should do that. That'd be interesting content.
So that's what we're doing. So here's what we're doing. Number one, the streak absolutely did end, and there's nothing that I'm going to do to change that. I'm not going to cope about it or anything. It's just, it ended.
I'm not going to cope about it.
It was at 95, I think. It was either 96 or 95. I don't even know. All right?
I don't even know.
The bummer was we were right at 100, which would have been an amazing, rememberable milestone, and we didn't hit it. Okay? So, it definitely ended.
It definitely ended, guys.
That's okay.
For reals.
It was amazing, and it helped a ton. Why do you think I was able to just drop in 1 week $3,000 to improve my setup? It's because of you guys, okay? So thank you very much for that. Now, excuse me. Number 1. Today, if we hit the goal on this very stream, I'm still ordering the food for DSP Tries It. Now, what will I get? I don't know.
All right, I don't give a fuck about Popeyes. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, we'll do it live. That's number 1. Number 2, moving forward, I'm not going to count the DS Politics show as part of the streak, nor it will affect the streak. Obviously, I'd still like to get support for the show. You know, I'm streaming it exclusively on Kick. It just sucks that I didn't hit it yesterday because none of the supporters were around, and there's nothing I can do about that. All right? But moving forward, hopefully I will get consistent support on the Politics show. It's something to build and something to work on.
You shouldn't get anything for that show. He should get nothing but
Stellar Blade canceled? Yes.
Good.
The only way I was playing Stellar Blade was to hit 276 straight streams, and we had 90-something, and it stopped.
But he can do it again, though.
Stellar Blade is off the table.
Why can't you just say if he starts up a streak again and he beats it, he'll play it? Like, why not just keep it at that goal? He doesn't, like, why was it that specific streak? Whatever, okay.
And it looks like I'm never going to play it. If people had kept the streak alive, I swear to you I was going to play it 100% when we hit 276, but the streak died. What can I do? What can I do?
What can I do?
Right? You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you, it's a real loss. I'm really hurt and upset that I'm not playing Stellar Blade.
Oh,
I can't believe it. If only we had hit the goals. Oh, shut. Son, listen. There's only one thing that can be possibly said about the fact that I'm not playing Stellar Blade.
You blew it!
I'm sorry.
Oh my
if we had just kept those goals going, you know, I would have been playing it, but
boomer ass fucking clips, and we're just gonna hear that, and then the dang, like we're gonna hear the fucking boomer sounds. He has nothing interesting in his fucking soundboard.
What's stopping me from playing Stellar Blade? I didn't hit 276 straight streams of hitting my goals. That was the agreement. We all agreed together, and we were working towards it. All I needed to do was hit 207.
All right, we're just gonna move on.
So I have a couple of shout-outs to do. Let's get a donate. Not everyone has money to donate. That's correct.
That's correct.
But that was the agreement. Listen. But then what's the point?
Okay. Wait.
Of having a goal.
Hold up.
People were contributing for it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's life. Like for example, let's say I said, oh no, I'm just going to do it anyway. But then what's the point of having a goal?
This is funny on 2 levels. The one that we're going to get into very soon. He just said in the same video, we're going to do the Popeyes thing anyway. Even though it was a reward for hitting a streak number, which he didn't hit. But yet Stellar Blade gets hit with the, well, I can't do it anyway because I didn't hit the goal, man, blah, 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 blah. Dude, you want to do Popeyes anyway. Oh my god.
Like, what?
It's not, I guess Stellar Blade needs to be fast food, then he'll do it anyway. But since it's a video game, and it's a woman. Oh man, you can't do that. Why would I play that?
I love it.
I love it.
Where's the leaderboard? There it is. I can't even find the leaderboard. What's the point? Why not just give everything away? Why not just open my doors and let people walk into my home and just take everything out of the building? Why not? That's how it is, right? I'm sorry.
He wants to do like a fucking Seinfeld impression when he does these jokes now.
Wait a minute. So you just want me to give everything away? Are you saying that you want my streams to become socialist streams? Is that what you're saying?
Oh man, this dude really, really needs to find some bleach.
You like socialism? That's what you want? Just give everything away? Oh, okay. If that's really what I didn't realize that's where we were going. That we're all socialists. And now we're.
Oh man. Wow. Wow. This dude's so funny. I'm laughing. This bit about socialism, guys. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Hilarious.
Anyway,
the antics tonight.
Thank you very Straw man. That's right. Straw. Hey, everyone else can make straw man. I love straw man. Let me tell you, Scarecrow, he's my favorite character of Wizard of Oz, so I'm just going to fill this stream with straw men from now on. If everyone else wants to do it about me, it's my turn. Anyway.
Man, well, that's not how socialism works, but okay. I guess it's okay to say dumb shit.
And if we don't hit the goal during this game, I can't order food for today. No DSP tries it. It's canceled because my wife has to bake. All right? So this is your chance to support in any way if you want to see the goal get hit. All right? And
all she's doing
do a DSP tries it.
All she's doing is just putting a meal in a fucking oven. What else? What is there to do? You just put it in the oven and she just waits until it's done.
We're gonna do today. Please contribute right now.
Like what is she doing that takes so much effort? Whatever.
Let's see. I really wanted Popeyes today too. I'm gonna be honest. I've been craving Popeyes. I haven't had chicken in a long time. I wanted to try that ghost pepper sandwich, but it looks like it's just gonna have to wait.
I get so.
What can you do?
We support it. Dun 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 dun. All right, now I think this is the nighttime, where he announces another little tweak to the goal.
We'll have the streak start again, starting today. It has to hit 100. Okay, that'll be a new milestone, by the way. New milestone hit. We will not we will not count political streams. So that way, if on a slow night on Kick, if I don't make the goal, it's okay. It won't kill the streak. But if we do hit a night where we hit it, it will count towards the streak. So basically, the more you support, the quicker I play Stellar Blade. If you want to see Stellar Blade as soon as possible, support all the streams, including the political ones. Okay? There you go. And that's what we'll do.
We went from saying that the politics stream doesn't count to it will count, but it won't end the stream if it doesn't hit the goal, but it will count towards the goal. Okay, cool.
And then, by the way, as the streak continues, yes, we'll continue to do rewards like DSP tries it. Now, I understand today, normally I wouldn't have done the reward, but because last night it ended during the politics stream, and because the rest of the week had been supported, I will do an exception, and if we hit the goal on this stream, I will still have DSP tries it today from Popeyes like we had arranged all week.
Oh, this was from today's podcast.
That is my Christmas miracle.
Wait, what?
My Christmas miracle.
Did he? Where did he have the Santa hat on? I don't see the Santa hat. Oh, man, see how... Oh, okay. Whatever, we'll stick with this. We'll stick with this.
Oh, you know what? Okay, listen to this. Tanqueray Sour just had an idea.
Man,
people are having great ideas. He says, how about...
People have great ideas. He said that Stellar Blade was canceled. The guys are coming with great ideas to give me money. I love in this world that DSP pretty much asks people, how can I scam you? And they help him scam them. It is so crazy.
Here's another deal. You want to get it? You want to get a special deal? I'll give you another special deal.
Another deal.
Here's what Tanqueray Sour said, and I like this. He says, what if one day you get a ton of support? What if one day you double your goals and you hit $300 on one stream? How about this? If we double my goals on any stream, and I'll count it twice. So if I make $300 on this stream, I'll say goals hit 2.
Wow, man. This is cringe.
There you go. So if you want Stellar Blade,
this is like more cringe than Rich like using the applause track. Like it's actually more cringe because it's becoming a tick of his. Like he's doing it for almost anything. We're getting to the point where he'll just clap. Literally, like we may even be there already. He introduces a new mannerism, and it gets like it oozes into everything else. It's
as soon as possible,
weird.
Support these streams. Every $150 raised counts as one goal hit.
And we're doing it again. He said this before.
I like this idea. This is so good.
The greed is massively
I'm really enjoying this idea.
I'm enjoying getting more money. Yes.
That's right. If I raise $1,500 on a stream, that's 10 goals hit. Yes, a $15,000 donation would be an instant unlock. And
he got confused with numbers, guys. He doesn't understand.
I would play Stellar Blade. Yes. Absolutely. That's how it works. But we have to hit it every stream. We can't have a stream where we don't hit it at all. We have to be hitting the goal every stream. Understand? Hey, there you go. This is amazing. This is the this is the Christmas gift that keeps on giving, says Super Bonchon. Yes. This is I don't know who came up with this one, but this is great.
This is the Christmas gift that keeps on giving. This is if Santa was a fucking, like, loan shark or whatever the fuck. Ho, 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 Timmy. Merry Christmas. Now you have to give me $1,500 if you want your gift of me playing a game. You're not getting the game. I'm getting it. That is my Christmas miracle, Timmy. And they're like, Santa, I thought you were supposed to give us gifts. This is the gift. Stupid. This is like a fucked up Santa. This is fucked up. You know, this could be another mythological Christmas creature. The Germans got the Krampus. And America can have Santa Phil, where instead of you getting gifts, this Santa will go around and take money from kids all around the world. If they have it. If they don't know what to do with their money, if they're not careful about saving this. Okay, this is how it goes. If your kid is on the, like, there's the naughty and nice list, but there's another list. The list of kids that get money, they don't know how to save their money. So, like, if they get money from the Tooth Fairy, errands, whatever, and they're not careful, like, if they're not learning their lesson of, like, how to save their money and all this stuff, Santa Phil will come into their house and say, well, little Timmy, for your Christmas miracle, you have to give me all your money, and I will reward you with me eating a hamburger and playing a video game. And Timmy, if Timmy's not careful enough, he'll give the money to Santa Phil and will get scammed. And Santa Phil will go back up the chimney, and then little Timmy's gonna be left with either saying that was the coolest thing ever or saying, this dude ripped me off. And depending on where you land, Santa Phil may return. Depending on where you land, and it's gonna be a disaster. That is my Christmas folk tale. So don't steal it from me, guys, please. If you steal it from me, I'm gonna be very sad and upset, and I'm gonna, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, let's continue.
Why not? This is how you do it. This is how you make holiday dreams come true. All right. Amazing.
I feel if that goes around, maybe the kids will be more careful with their money.
So, FYI, guys, no, we didn't hit it. It's already 3 o'clock. I gotta go tell my wife to start making dinner. So give me a sec here. I'm just gonna go downstairs and tell her to start making dinner. All right?
It's so weird to hear him say that.
I'll be right back.
I gotta go tell her to go back to the kitchen. Mister, where's my dinner, bitch? Woman, make me a sandwich. Oh man, just order the damn sandwich. Right? No. The thing is, it's so funny. He makes it sound like a fucking punishment. I gotta tell my wife to make me food, guys. I wanted a sandwich made in fast food, but now I have to eat her food. Like, he's probably gonna be mad, but it's like an unintentional, like, reaction.
All right, so here's the deal. No DSP tries it today, guys. Listen, I tried. Originally, the whole thing was we needed to hit the goal today, too, anyway. Even if the streak hadn't continued, or had continued last night, we still...
I'm telling you, last night he said, if you want to see me eat Popeyes, we have to hit the goal tonight. He never said, if you want to see me hit Popeyes, we have to hit the goal tonight and tomorrow. Very convenient, right? Correct? It's very obvious that he uses... He
had to hit the goal today, and we didn't. All right? So...
I'm surprised
if we can still hit the goal. If we do,
cool.
It counts as one if he starts the streak again. And that means that we're working towards the long goal of hitting 100 and playing Stellar Blade. All right.
I like her design
so
too. Her design's sick.
let's get it going. And by the way, if we happen, like I said, to go above the goal, if we double it, then that counts as 2. If we triple it, it counts as 3. That's how we're doing it. So if we have big support days, those will count multiple times towards the goal. That's the way that we're doing it now. Okay?
Okay.
How much support for chicken meatloaf revealed? Nothing. I'm eating with my wife.
Chicken meatloaf.
It was either going to be we have DSP tries it together at Popeyes or I eat with my wife.
You can't even... So...
Joel off...
What a weird thing to say, right? So if we hit the goal, he wouldn't have dinner with his wife? But this dude cries every day. I don't spend enough time with my family. I can't spend time with them. And he cries every day. And then it says here, if he hit the goal, he wouldn't have had dinner with his wife. So with that logic, right? If he does another like fast food type deal, we can hit the goal every day technically. So he can spend every stream not eating with his dumb wife, right? Okay, I mean, I guess he'll get the last left because he gets a lot of money for it. So we can pay him to not spend time with his wife. That's kind of funny, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna like do some weird shit with that too. But whatever.
Joel off. Number 1, you're not contributing at all, so you have no right to criticize. Number 2, the whole idea of DSP...
You don't have a right to criticize because you're not giving me money. Okay, cool, man.
As it has been, I'm doing it.
You remember, this dude bragged about listening to feedback. Man, remember all those months? I listened to feedback? I'm receptive to feedback? And now he's saying, why are you complaining? You don't even give me money.
Because you guys have been so supportive, it's your reward for having a week of support. That's why I've been doing it. If I didn't hit the goal last night, I'm not hitting the goal today. Why am I doing a reward?
Well, you should have done it technically. It's called common sense. About it. I mean, you already didn't hit the goal. Whatever. It's called common sense.
All right, so we're going to continue now for about another hour of gameplay, guys. Please support the stream. Right now, as you can see, we're only about a third of the way to getting the goal started again. So please support if you can.
Support if you
let's get it started again. Again, you guys want...
Let's get it started again.
You want the weekly rewards,
I don't want the weekly rewards. I want you to stop
please support
streaming.
if you can, okay?
I want him to drink bleach. That's the reward I want. When's that? When's that reward?
The chicken meatloaf is store-bought meatloaf. Boy, you guys.
Store-bought meatloaf. As I said, remember this dude said that she was like a chef? It is so funny how this dude hyped the fuck out of her when she was not in the house, and it seemed ever since she moved in, the quality of Kat has declined, and I wonder why that is. Like, some people could probably say it's because of her or whatever, but I kind of think he wore her down in a lot of ways. Because think about it, she has a retail job, so it's already like a not well-paying job. And she has to deal with a lot of people that goes to her job, and you know, you already know the pool of people that she can deal with day to day. And then she comes home to him. I feel like at that point you're gonna like need help. Like she probably needs more friends, I think. I mean, she needs a strong support group, because I can't see you coming out of the Burnell household and not being worn to the bone. Like, I mean, come on. Her and Jasper, I feel bad for both of them.
These people, you guys hyper obsess over the stupidest shit. It's a store-bought frozen meatloaf that we're making in the oven. That's why we need to bake it for like an hour.
So, but that's still a product that you can review and talk about on your stupid-ass video, right? Like, it's a brand. Like, it doesn't solve anything. It does seem, it's kind of funny that, like, they're doing a lot of store-bought meals like this when, you know, I thought that she was a cook.
There's nothing special here. You were like, oh, can we see the chicken meatloaf? No, it's a store-bought frozen meatloaf, dude. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Protecting? Nobody goes it alone in these times. We can't afford to.
Not fall on my watch.
He's right. You can't afford it. You can't afford to go it alone.
Well, guys, final few minutes of the stream, probably 10-15 minutes as I play more with Punisher. Last chance to support the stream.
Last chance.
And try to get us back on track. As you know, last night the streak ended, and sadly today, as you can see, I don't know what's going on. This is the game that was most voted that people wanted to see me play this week.
What's going on?
And I don't know what to tell you. All right?
All right.
Think you're fast enough to stop?
They have your raid music is a nice touch.
Between your eyes, old timer.
Why would I have to be? I've already disabled the internal mechanisms on all of your weapons.
What the?
Play nice. Perhaps I'll put your
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I don't know if this is even going with the beat, to be honest. I'm just hitting notes at this point.
Great gameplay.
Great gameplay.
Guys, I've decided, since you guys aren't into it, you're not, right? You're all right telling me here you're not into it. We won't do this tonight then. All right,
We're not into this game, but he'll play it again this week. It's so funny. And then this dude say, I have too many games. But he said that we're not into this game and we're playing it again anyway.
I'm usually going to do it all day and try all these different characters, but if you guys aren't into it, then probably tonight I think we'll just do some Bloodborne. We'll continue with my Bloodborne playthrough, okay? Make more sense, so I have to announce it, I have to post up everywhere, and I have to change.
Champions?
I actually want people to show up for tonight and to hang out and support the stream, and you guys didn't do that today. You guys came by and said, oh, this is boring. Like, literally, we had $50 of support when I started the game. We now have 60. So the game made $10, right? So like I said, maybe every once in a while,
Man, I love that we get a black screen on his desktop.
Play it as a night stream.
I have
yeah, I'm not gonna be
fan art of.
I'm not gonna be continuing with this all day today,
like
especially
David,
if it didn't do well.
David and God or whatever they're reaching, and it's like instead of
Exile
that,
2, why do you want me to play a slow turn-based RPG that everyone says RPGs suck and don't show up for them?
It's a
Besides
cool
the fact that
image.
you just want to piss me off, right? Right?
Right?
Why do you want me to play another RPG that no one will show up for? You're just being stupid.
You're just being dumb.
It's a Diablo clone? That's even worse. Literally, it being a Diablo clone is even worse. No one liked Diablo. Literally, no one liked Diablo.
People liked it.
So why would I play a Diablo clone?
But he's playing it anyway. Cool.
Thanksgiving photos. This is what photos like. No, it's porn. All right, on the late stream. So hopefully people will show up. Bloodborne right now is the only game I'm playing that consistently is bringing in viewers and support. It really is. Like,
kind of like my
that's the game that everyone seems to be really enjoying.
My kind of shit.
What's happened is the games that I'm playing right now, there's no hype behind them. Okay, why? Because this has been the most underwhelming, deflated fucking year for video games. It has. I'm not even kidding you. In the 16 years I've been a creator, this has been the absolute worst year for games.
You said this in 2018, by the way.
The vast majority of games have been absolutely disappointing and just a flop. A big flop.
I want to say you said last year. Big flop.
It's hard to maintain gameplay content when there's not good gameplay to put out there.
This is the thing with Phil, is he just can't take responsibility for anything.
Every game is kind of like meh or boring. Meh. What can you do? Right? So what I'm trying to do is play what's hot or new. What you wanted, you voted for Marvel Rivals. That was the game that won the poll this week. Of what's the game you want to see the most? And you guys didn't like it. So I'll play more of it, but it has to be in the rotation as something that I do with variety. It's not going to be something that I play every day as the daytime stream. The one game you guys are liking is Bloodborne. So that's what I'll play tonight on the late stream. Good. And then tomorrow I'm off. And then Sunday, we'll see what we want to do. Because originally Sunday was going to be Bloodborne and Flight Sim. But if I'm playing Bloodborne tonight, I don't know if I should do it again on Sunday, but maybe I should. Because it is the game that's bringing in the most attention and views and support right now. So.
You serious?
All right. Okay.
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 All right, guys.
All right, now we get to another tweak of the goal, guys.
I have
Get
a
ready.
few things to propose. We already made some changes already to the way that things are going to go around here this morning on the Level 1 podcast, but I already had an idea. It's just kind of a weird coincidence. I had this idea. I think moving forward, we're not going to be doing any kind of a streak because the streak basically makes it that every single stream is about hitting a financial goal. And not to say that it wouldn't be great if we did, okay? It sure would be great if we kept hitting goals.
Yeah, let's hit
all
goals,
right?
guys.
But
Come on.
I don't think that it's going to be viable or feasible to hit it every single stream at this point. There's going to be streams that are going to be slower because it's a game that didn't catch on or people just can't show up. You know, like last night's politics stream.
Oh my God, we're
the
still talking about
regulars who
this.
usually watch me on Kick couldn't attend that stream.
Oh my God.
And
Move
therefore,
on.
it was a
Grow
slow
up.
financial stream. So it shouldn't be about that. All right?
Piracy is good.
I think this is
one
what we should do
guy
right
couldn't
now.
attend.
All right? You ready? So here it is.
Not one guy.
Starting tonight, there's no such thing as a streak, but there is a goals hit total. If you contribute to a stream in any way, it counts towards the King's tax goal of $150. That's the goal, is $150 every stream. I know I'm not going to get it every stream, okay? But if I do hit it,
You have to
we
pay
add
here
1
be-
to the total.
Oh man.
If I happen to double it, let's say I make $300 in a stream, we'll add 2. If I happen to triple it, we'll add 3. So every single stream, if we hit $150, we'll go ahead and add a number to the total. Okay? But there's no pressure. There's no ongoing streak to have to hit. Now you might say, well, if there's no streak, then what's the incentive? We will do tiered rewards based on the number of goals that are hit in a row.
Wow, guys. Patreon goals, they're back. I thought he was gonna do this when he got banned on Twitter. Well, not banned. He got removed from the partner program. I was convinced he was gonna do this through tipping or during the vest streak. I was waiting for this to happen. And he kind of, technically, if you think about it, go back to the vest streak, he did kind of do this. When he got like 50, not 50, he did 100, he did a celebration, a festival, if you will. Then he did one again on for 200, etc. So he did this already. But I'm surprised that it's come back. Now, if he does this for like the Halloween and Christmas marathon, that is incredibly funny because it's kind of dumb to me, in my opinion, because I would argue those should be free events forever, regardless, because they're holiday themed events. I mean, they're freebies at this point. But how is it like cool to have a Christmas event tied behind a tip amount? But these are all things that are gonna happen eventually anyway, so it's like, it's not really fun, And this is like brute forcing a way to get a big number to flex on. Like, he's gonna definitely say, like, if he gets 100 goals hit, right? Guys, you guys have heard me 100 times. We have crushed the trolls. And it's like, man, really? We're doing this? Why? Like, and this also goes against what he told us all these years. I don't want my streams to be all about money. And look what happened. This actually is worse. You go back to when the vest streak ended. It was like, what, only a day or two of like constant money fiending and money thirsting and all this other shit? This, I think, is actually worse. And it's just nonstop, like, new ways to beg and new ways to, like, strong arm support, or just to soften the blow of not hitting goals for him. Like, this is like shit you do to a kid who has like anger problems. Like, well, this kid gets really angry, so I think we're just gonna like pad the room around all these hard edges so he doesn't hurt himself that much. Like, that's what this is. And this is the guy that complains about people are being too coddled and this and that. This is coddling. The what he's doing to his goals is coddling from the failure of hitting them. That's all this is. He's coddling himself. But we're the snowflakes, guys. We are the ones that are being coddled, not him.
So, for example, if we get 10 not in a row, cumulatively. They don't have to be in a row. That's the difference now. They don't have to be in a row. Okay? So let's say I get 10 goals hit. we do a DSP tries it. We get 20 goals hit. We do the next DSP tries it.
Like, honestly, at this point, why not? Why not just get rid of the goals hit thing, just say fuck it, and just put a arbitrary number as a tips goal? Because that's what this is. And essentially, that's what this is. Just say, okay, we have $0 out of, like, 1,500. And just have that be the tips goal at that point. At that point, you might as well. But this is really stupid. Like, it's just a more convoluted way of doing a tips goal. Like, you shouldn't do this. Because if it's all cumulative, right? Why not, like, but he can't do that. Of course not. Because he wants it to be, so he can continue the LARP of being a homeless man in a home, basically. Like, this is just annoying. That's all this is.
Every 10. Now, maybe what we do is every 25 or 50, we do something even more special. What would it be? I don't know yet. That's something to discuss. Okay? Now, also, what I talked about in regards to this morning's announcement, I said, what we could do is when we hit 100 cumulative goals hit, then I would do a playthrough of...
Wait, if 301 days 2 goals, why would $75 for 2 days not count as 1 goal hit? You're just gamifying donations? 301 days, 2 goals. But what does he mean by $75 for 2 days? Am I missing something? These 300 plus 150 be 450. 4, 5, 6, 4. Oh. Okay, maybe he means like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I might be stupid, guys.
Stellar Blade. Because originally it was going to be 276. And everyone was like, we'll never hit that. And then we hit 95. And then it ended. So we were actually on a good trend. Like, we made more than a third of the way there. And then it ended, right? I really feel like,
but that's like
circumstances being a little different.
That's the point of a streak, though. It's supposed to end and you're supposed to start over again. Like, this dude is so fixated on it ends, therefore it must be a punishment of doing something wrong. But that's not what it means. Like, come on.
We would have continued the streak and we actually would have hit it. I think it was reachable. Okay. But in regards to, this ongoing goal.
How can you say it was reachable, though? It was a streak based on people giving him support. How did he know it was reachable? That people would have $150 to give each stream until then? How do you know that? Okay.
There's no way I think we're ever going to be hitting 276 straight streams of anything. So I think saying, hey, once we hit the 100 cumulative, not streak. This is not a streak at all. This is just cumulative. We hit 100 streams where I've hit the goal of $150. Then we'll do a Stellar Blade playthrough. That'll be like the big long-term goal right now, okay? Without having a streak at stake, it makes it so that not every single stream is like, oh my God, nail biting. Are we going to hit the goal or anything like that? But
this is what's bad about DSP and why he's a fucking dummy and he should not be trusted with anything because, as I said, this is the kind of guy that creates regulations for everyone else to suffer through. Let's say that we have a road that has no speed limit. Oh, you can go as fast as you want. DSP would take that to go super fast, crash into everyone, and ruin everyone's life, and then would be the reason why we have speed limits. Like, he's that guy. Like, we would have a free internet and all this. Like, oh, you can post whatever you want or whatever. DSP comes around. Okay, now we gotta like clamp her down and like restrict the internet completely because DSP ruined it for everyone. He's that guy. This dude doesn't understand the tension you get from oh, will we continue the streak? He could have used that to like get attention to his streams, and he doesn't have to like pressure them. But he can't help himself. He can't help himself. That's why we're doing this like babified, super baby mode of getting tips goals hit, or getting support goals hit, because there's no failure rate. He doesn't have to feel bad. He's coddling himself. It's like playing on story mode in like, let's say like they add story mode in Dark Souls. That's him. He wants story mode in getting money.
Also, be honest here. This makes me worry that since there's no pressure to hit anything at any accelerated rate, that we might have entire ongoing streams, tears of not hitting goals at all. And as I've explained to you guys, my life has changed dramatically for the better in the last.
I want everyone to ask themselves, how was he able to survive and live his life for months and months and months of considering $50 a stream in tips as a successful stream? How did he make that work then? Oh, okay.
4 to 5 months because of you guys supporting me so much and us hitting goals. That's how I afforded to do so much in my house, including a new washer dryer, including new fans and lighting systems, including redoing my bathroom, including, geez, I keep going because I showed you guys.
Listening to this, and it really makes you like, it dawns on you, right? He did all this all at once. He did all at once. Now you'd think, okay, maybe he'd do it like piece by piece, like the washer dryer thing would have been something he did like, let's say July. Then he waits, he pays it off with installments here and there. Then like, into next year, maybe they're about to pay it off. Then like, okay, now we could do the ceiling fans. Okay, they do that because that's not. I don't believe that would be an installment payment. Like, you're whatever, pay for that. Okay, bam, etc., etc. But he did this all at once, and same with the PC. Like, he could have paid. He could have bought like these parts individually. Like, okay, I bought a capture card, or not a capture card, a graphics card or whatever, and he could keep it in his little packaging, put it into like a closet or something. Say, okay, I got that now. Now I'm gonna save up for the motherboard. Okay, now I'm gonna save up for the case. Like, he could do this like bit by bit and then put it together. I mean, sure, you could argue, well, by the time he gets all the parts, that might be outdated, but I mean, he doesn't need a top of the line computer. Like, he's not going to be doing like earth-breaking things with these computers. Like,
so much, right? All these things that we did. There's actually other things we did too that I didn't even show you guys. And now, of course,
he did more stuff.
The brand new streaming and capturing.
So again, he's very good with money, as you can see. This dude got a huge surge in money, and again, this guy has been through stuff where he told us himself that he had instances where he thought he could get out, and then he got all this money, then something negative happens, and all that money is gone. Whatever, right? And you'd think going through all that would teach him that maybe these are instances where you should keep the money and start like taking some aside and putting it away, because in no way, right, the money that he's asking for, that he's not expecting every stream, you can assume, okay, maybe it's a little bit extra. Like, he doesn't plan to get $150 every stream. But then the stream that he does, why not take like $50, put it aside? Next stream, he gets another $150, put that 50 aside, put the 100 to something else, or whatever. Like, why not do that with the excess money that you didn't plan on getting, or whatever, right? But it seems every time he gets it, the money just goes away immediately. Like, it's his perception, like, of him not keeping the money that people are saying this criticism for. Like, for all I know, maybe he is saving his money. I don't know. I don't know his finances. But the perception of like how he's talking about making money and this and that, I can't help but think he's throwing money out and he's not saving anything.
PC, affording the new backdrop, affording all of this stuff and setting it all up, right? That's why
you have green
I'm
screen now.
nervous, with all of this happening. And now, even case in point, tomorrow I get to take an extra day off this week because I've made so much that I can take time off from streaming to spend with my wife, which is what I wanted all along. I said, this is my long-term plan to be able to do so well that I can take more time off, okay?
Okay.
The reason my life is so much better is because for the last many months, I've been making $150 a stream twice a day. Now, if I go to making $20 a stream, I will not be able to do anything. You get it? That's what I mean. Like, we can't have now a massive drop-off. So people say, oh, you play Metaphor now? No. Metaphor's too long. It's like a fucking 80-hour game.
Again, the politics stream is indefinite because there's no way you can have no more news, So that can go on with Immunity, but we can't do Metaphor, a game he likes that with that same mentality. Oh, okay.
I can't play 80 hours of a game that when I play it, no one will support the streams. You get it? I've got to play games that people will support, but it will, honestly, free things up more so that there are nights that it's not, oh my God, ultimate pressure that we have to hit the goal for tonight. It won't be like that anymore.
But it's also, it's an interesting point though. He said when he was talking about the goals and Metaphor, he said, I can't play Metaphor because then the streak will end, and we don't want that, right? Well, now there's no streak, correct? And then Bastoy spreading slander. Metaphor is trash. He probably got filtered. And, I'm at a part where you are trying to sneak into Luis's ship or whatever the fuck, his gauntlet runner. So you need to beat enemies in a certain amount of turns. I'm not good. I have what I need. I have what I need to kind of do damage, but I don't have enough to seal the deal in that set amount of time. It's very interesting. It does remind me a lot of the old SMT games I played, like SMT3, Digital Devil Saga. It's very interesting in that regard, where it actually has a very unique way of doing dungeon design and this and that, which I think we need more of. It may be hard, it may be wonky, but we need more of that. You know what I'm saying?
And you won't have dumbass trolls coming in here.
Dumbass trolls.
Freaking out about the streak is going to end because there's no streak. It doesn't exist.
But that's kind of the point, though. Get it?
So I think this works for everyone. Okay?
See what I mean? Number one. He's coddling himself from failure. Well, if there's a way that streak can end, then I always win. It's yeah, you can't. So he can have a big number on his stream that he can go to bed at night thinking that will never be deleted, and he can be happy and smell his own farts.
It's no massive pressure to constantly be saying, hey, please contribute, hit the streak, please contribute, hit the streak.
Look how sensitive
Number two,
this dude is
there's no
now.
idiotic reason for trolls to come in here and talk about it or try to derail the stream with it or have celebratory fucking bullshit videos the next day or whatever because there's no streak. Get it?
Get it?
So I would hope this would take pressure off, all right?
No, it's not taking
I guess we're
off.
going to see.
But see how dumb this is, though?
I think this makes sense.
It's really just baby mode. He instead of this desk has sharp corners. Now I could always jam my foot into the leg. I can hurt myself with this. But I'm gonna lessen the risk of pain, and I'm just going to put little pillows on the corners of the desk. That way, if I do hit it, I'm not gonna be in pain. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna wear a helmet, so that way, if I fall down the stairs, I don't have to worry about getting damaged because I'm wearing a helmet. That's the kind of mentality he's approaching with this new goals hit idea. It's just a way so that he doesn't have to accept that he has to reset the goals hit to 0 anymore. He can now it's the same shit why he stopped calling it a king streak back then, because he didn't want people to say, how is it a streak if you only have one? So he got rid of that so he could have goals hit so he could count it at 1 and not be called out for it. It's just a shifting moving the goalpost, if you will, and that's all this is. It's so that people can't laugh at, oh, he had 95, now it's 0. Oh, he had 100, now it's 0. Now he will just have a bigger number that's going to keep adding to the point where, how will that look on the leaderboard? Think about it that way. Because eventually, just by natural law of accumulation, he's gonna get like what 10,000 golds hit. And what's he gonna do? It's like the same nonsense with his podcast. He does a podcast every day, so getting 100 episodes of the Level 1 podcast is meaningless. It's literally meaningless, and that's all this is. It devalues the goals being hit. Honestly, this is the what people say when you can't just print money. That's just gonna devalue the dollar. That's what this is. But instead of like, saying, well, if it devalues the dollar, fuck it, at least people can have money, I guess, whatever. And instead of it being like, you can like rationalize it in that kind of way, instead of doing that, you are just benefiting yourself singularly by just having goals hit. I hope that makes sense. It just devalues the goal set. I'll just leave it at that.
At the same time, it might not. This could literally be shooting myself in the foot, because if I don't ever hit the goals now, we'll basically be going right back to where we started. All right, which is basically living stream to stream, wondering if I can afford everything I want.
He told us back when he was making $50 a stream that was successful, and he was happy, and he was happier now than ever. And this is even before Kino Casino. He said this in August, like before Kino Casino, back before he had to do the interviews and all this stuff. Like he was happy with his life, and now he's kind of admitting that all that time was just DSP coping. This dude says everyone else is coping, but he coped the most. He's the king of cope. The king of cope.
I do in a week, and I don't want that to happen. We're not there yet. Don't worry, we're not there yet. But for example, the last two streams, I only raised $60 a stream versus the $150 that I was making previously. So already, think about that dip of income in one day. So, but for example, the last two streams, I only raised $60 a stream versus the $150.
Again, $50 a stream was successful for him. Okay.
That I was making previously. So already, think about that dip of income in one day. So
he had this dip before. Like, this isn't like, come on, man, shut up.
I don't want that to become a major thing. Get it? So let's see what happens.
Man, this get it thing is becoming a new meme. Like, this is like the it's the same annoying as the this makes sense. No, I hate that, man. Like I don't know. He made that phrase so obnoxious. I hear it so like I could catch a stray. I could like open a comic, go on social media, whatever, and hear someone say blah blah blah. No. And I'll immediately cringe, roll my eyes, and like wish I never saw that guy again. Because DSP has murdered that phrase. And get it? As far as this is concerned, it's becoming the next big thing. But this dude is really saying, I don't want to go back, and this and that. Like, fuck off, man. That was the norm for months. He was begging to make $50 on the React stream.
All right, let's see what happens. So I don't want that to become a major thing. Get it? So let's see what happens.
Like, that's where he was. And he said he was happy back then. It's really like this dude started to live like a baller immediately without hesitation, and it's like, and he's slowly realizing it's starting to catch up to him. Someone said in a Discord, and I'm coming around to it. Before I was like, well, it's a payment plan. You're paying it off eventually. How bad can it be? But now I'm thinking about it. I'm sitting on it, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's starting to come back. Like, because I don't know. Is he still paying off that TV he got? Like, he financed that TV he got at Sony last year. Is he still paying that off? And now he probably did that with the PC he got. I'll only kind of say only the streaming PC. I'll be nice and say only that. And then same thing with the LG. That's also probably a payment plan. Like, it has to be catching up to him. But again, he's been through that before, where he had a big surge of income, and then something bad happens where he's back at square zero. So you would think naturally, if he sees a big surge, he would start to be more hesitant in spending it all at once. Like, why go through these massive improvements of the house when he could have just done it bit by bit? Like, okay, I'll do the fans right now. That's probably the cheapest because I don't need a payment plan for that. The washer dryer combo, he could have just bought, you know what? He could have just bought the washer first, and then buy the dryer, because at least from what I was hearing, the washer was saying uneven load. So why not just replace the washer and then worry about the dryer later? And you know, it's not like and he had it like side by side. It's not like a setup where you stack the washer dryer on top of each other, because then I would argue you may need to get both the washer dryer at that point, because you're buying them like to stack each other. Like, you know, you want to get that like the same basically. But if you're doing it like side by side, you don't really need to buy that all at once if it's side by side. But whatever
happens. Hopefully these changes are productive and work. I'm doing this based off of your feedback. So many people telling me we don't want every single stream that we attend to now be about this streak. That it's too bothersome. It's annoying. We want to have fun, enjoying games. We want to have nights when it's not about raising $150 and we can still have a good time together. Me too. Me too. I don't want to just have every night be about hitting $150. But when we hit it, it'd be nice, right? Oh my God! Guess what? We hit it tonight. We add to the streak reward now. Doing it. We are closer to a reward. We're closer to a DSP tries it. We're closer to whatever the middle reward will be. We're closer to playing Stellar Blade. Get it?
Get it?
So there you go.
See, this is baby mode. So those base stuff eventually.
Yeah, what do you think? Dirt McGirt, why do you think that? He says, this dude seems awfully tense. Why do you think that? My life was very tight financially and in a big bad situation. It was. Okay, I was in a point where I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to get out of this. And then all of a sudden, starting in August, it was a huge turnaround.
He was thinking that throughout all these months of telling us he was happy and successful and he makes a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. He had a lot of big baller moments. And now he's just saying that he's basically admitting it was all cope. So why should we believe him at all, right?
And I started seeing more positivity, more viewership, increase in attention and positivity thrown towards me, and tons of extra support. My life changed for the better. I don't want to go back to where I was. You understand? I don't. That's the worst thing for me and my family, to feel like we had a glimmer of hope and we had a few months of good time.
Oh my God!
And we're just getting to the point where I can spend more time with.
Like, this is so sad. This is sad. People who probably have like less income than him are probably more happy in their life than him at this point. Not everyone can be able to like spend time with their family and this and that, and they deal with it. This dude is like, it's unfair that like we had a glimmer of hope and then it could be taken away. Dude, you could die tomorrow. You could walk outside and get hit by a car. Like, this dumbass, like, lame-ass fear-mongering about we could be sad again is, like, really pathetic. If this is what it takes for you to like, get support, I think you need to reevaluate your life. Like, I don't know, man. Like, why do this?
My wife, and now the rug gets pulled out from under me. What did I do? Nothing.
And you know what?
We had a glimmer of hope and we had a few months of good time.
I wish I remembered the video, but this dude literally shat on people saying, you gotta sit there and cry? Life's not fair. Life is unfair. He says that to everyone all the time. And now he's crying about life being unfair. It's unbelievable that this dude literally is the epitome of, what's the saying? It's like, it's for thee, but not... It's for me, not for thee, or whatever the fuck. It's the epitome of that. Like, this dude will go through life, and if everything's going peachy for him, if someone else says life is unfair and it's fucked up and or whatever, he's like, deal with it, man. He's that kind of fucker. This guy is such a piece of shit that this dude is crying about the rug being pulled under them. So many things that happens to so many people, and he's sitting there saying, woe is me. And this dude mocks so many other people for the same shit. Really, dude? Really?
Of better times, and we're just getting to the point where I can spend more time with my wife, and now the rug gets pulled out from under me. What did I do? Nothing. I would have done nothing but bust my ass and work hard and try to.
This dude. It's unreal. It's unreal. And he tells people that they're not entitled to things. You're not entitled to this. You're not entitled to that. And you know, this guy goes on and on about socialism. Oh, you want this to be a social stream? Mark's like he says, right, about, Bernie Sanders wants everything to be free, when that's not really accurate to what Bernie Sanders is saying. He's saying that, that tax dollars should go into healthcare and this and that. I mean, whatever. We don't want to get political about it. But that notion. DSP says that he doesn't agree with that, but then it says shit like this, that it's like, you're asking for people to support a lifestyle that doesn't benefit them but benefits you. But when other people want socialized healthcare, they want this. Well, no one should get that because that should not be given out for free. But you're sitting there on your stream playing video games and telling your audience, give me money. We support my lifestyle. Again, sure, people can make money streaming video games and this and that, but the fundamental difference is that they're at least trying and not making their life situation their job, their business. I don't tune into Mega 64 and hear them say, and again, to be fair, they have a lot of other investments and stuff that they have to pay, because they actually make videos and creations. They create things. They're not just sitting there playing video games all day. But when I see them do a poorly played stream, I'm not sitting there and listening to Garrett be like, guys, I have a good life right now, and we need to support the lifestyle. I have bills I need to pay, guys. Come on. It's never about that. And even recently they mentioned that they weren't doing so well financially, but they're at least we're saying they understand that the merch wasn't selling, and maybe they spread out too much of stuff that they're paying for and all this other stuff, and it was more of hey, we need to find other ways to make this work, and this isn't working right now, we need to change it up. And the changes they've done is stuff that they've done themselves. They're not saying guys, what should I do? Okay, guys, look, you guys are fucking idiots. They're not doing that kind of shit. Not a lot of people do what DSP does, and those who do are known to be lolcows. At some point, you don't have to tell us that you have a good life right now and it's unfair that the rug is pulled out from under you. I mean, people get laid off. All these people who worked in the game industry are getting laid off every day. And yet, I feel that the game developers have more reason to complain about being laid off than DSP has to complain about not making the tip skull. Because they at least worked on a video game and they put time and effort. And they've been through crunch and they've done all this other stuff. They have more reason to be upset about losing their job than DSP has. Ever.
Get this to keep going, you understand? I've been working right now. Phil, can you update your schedule better? Phil, you got a new program to do this on your stream. Phil, do this. I don't have time. I haven't even had time to clip the clips from last night's politics show. I've only done 3 out of the 7 I want to make. I got to try to cram that in after this stream. I'm already overworked, and I need more time.
That's such bullshit, though, because he does it every day, though. He clips it daily or whatever the fuck, right? Whatever.
To relax and unwind and spend time with my family. It's what I've wanted for years and years. I haven't had it, and now here it is. It's within reach. It's literally right here within reach, okay? So I hope that we can get something
Wait,
going,
what?
get things.
Haven't watched in a while. Been dealing with skin issues, food allergies, mold infestation for the past 3 years. Will react to game. Wow, good. That's a good thing to share on the internet, man.
Back to a level that people are enjoying. And
Yeah,
they
I
don't
got
feel
mold
like every
infestation.
single night it's
What
about
of it?
hitting the goals, hitting the goals,
I
hitting
got
the goals.
mushrooms
'Cause I
growing.
don't
It's
want it to
pretty
be like
pretty
that.
tasty.
At the same time, I hope that what people are saying is true, because here's what people are saying. If you don't just talk about it constantly, it will come to you naturally. Okay, so let's find out.
He has tried this before, and it never lasts, and it's kind of like insincere, because if he doesn't get money, he will use it to lord over you. Be like, see guys, I didn't do it, and then when I did it, I got paid. See guys, and it's like, that's not how that works, because you could also make $0 and not mentioning it, and you can make $100 and not mention it. It doesn't matter. It depends on the person who's watching your streams, dude.
Let's find out if that's the case. Okay?
You Gussie. You Gussie. You Gussie. Okay, actually, you know, I'm gonna try the DSP voice. I don't have any water near me, so bear with me, guys. This may be a hard one. You Gussie wanted me to do all these upgrades for years. Well, I got them because of the streak. That's where you don't understand Yoru own hypocrisy, okay? You want more from me, but you also want me to spend time with my family, but you want this and this and this, and none of that is possible without the support I've been getting, which I'm incredibly grateful for. Yeah, this sounds extremely grateful. Extremely. Man. I love that you guys want me to spend time with my family. I thought he wanted to spend time with his family. I didn't know that he's only spending time with his family because he wanted that. Wow. Well, if that's the case, I don't want him to spend time with his family. I want him to spend time with a bottle of Clorox bleach. That's what I want to spend time with. The Leahy fucking clip. Oh man. Rest in peace, man. That actor was really good. Oh man. Is that it?
Our goal of 150.
Oh boy.
Up to $27 of support so far tonight, and we're just getting started. So thank you guys. A good head start towards our goal of 150. Cool.
Cool.
Lisa Lou, thank you. I don't know if that means you're taking off.
I don't know if that means
please have
you're
a good
taking
night.
off.
Thank you so much for that very generous support.
Very generous support.
I appreciate that very much.
Again, one person.
That is incredibly generous of you. Let's get that up on the leaderboard, and now let's see where we are.
Let's see where we are. Where are we? Where are we at? Where are we at, boys?
That gets us up to $116
Whoa.
of support tonight. Say it ain't so. Tonight, could we get the first of our goals hit tally? Could we begin with our first goal hit? Let's find out. We're close, and we've got a wait.
And the answer is yes. All right. I think this is it. Yeah. Okay. This is another one I want to watch. This is gonna be a messy one. I'm gonna be honest, because there's not a lot of gold dust in this, but it's something. So I'll go into it as much as I can.
You want.
But there you go.
And I've been taking in all of your feedback, all right, the last several, months, and accounted for it. And now this week, you guys spoke up, and I said,
let's look at this comment. This comment looks good at a glance. Good shareholders meeting. Everyone should know the new quotas and goals. Any questions, feel free to email Mr. Purnell in accounting. Oh,
all right, you know what? As of today, we'll change stuff up a bit, and we're going to talk about that today. We have a brand new way that goals are working on streams, and I want to make sure that everyone knows about it, and so I'm going to fully explain it on this stream.
I'm gonna say it. I think
should
this
be
is
good.
a cool
So
sweater. I
anyway,
kind of like the design.
yeah. Also today, you know, the fact that we're playing indie games is because of your request. People have been saying, you know, why do you always adhere to the AAA games all the time?
Oh man.
Instead of doing
Time
variety
to
of
weaponize
content.
indies.
You know, people want to see more than just big AAA releases. And I said, all right, well, what would you like? And people recommended a whole bunch of games that I bought. And so today we're going to play them. Now, I don't know if we're only going to play one or if we're going to play...
This is going to end up the way as Metroid Dread did, right? He's going to say this, get support for it, then say, wow, guys, you guys saved indie games. Now I know indie games are great again, or whatever the fuck. And then, when a new indie game comes out, well, guys, no one supports the indie games. I can't play that. I mean, again, Metroid Dread saved Metroidvanias, and he never played them again.
More than one. Maybe we'll play all three. I don't know.
Remember all those weird pre-streams after Metroid Dread where he's like, okay, guys, suggest Metroidvanias? Binding of Isaac? No, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight? Yeah, I heard that was really good. Maybe I'll play that, man. Oh, this other game? Wow, man. Okay, but we're not playing that today, guys. Okay, we're not doing that. This is for the future. And then he never did it. Oh, man, I can't wait.
I'll leave that to you guys. What we'll do is, in just a few minutes, we'll actually put up a poll where you guys will be able to vote.
All right.
Also, I want to talk about my day off. Yes, because, you know, so many changes have happened. And it's in the office again. Yeah, that's right. I can actually do video editing. Not to say that I want to do it all the time because I stream so much.
You won't.
But if and when I need to edit a video, I can. And I actually already have begun so with the highlight clips that I'm making for my DS Politics show over on DSP Reacts.
So why does he do review?
I don't know if you guys have noticed,
again, then.
but
whatever.
The last couple of clips, I did some video editing in there, which is the first time I've done that in like 7 years. So I now.
I'm scared to look. I mean, the political content. I'm terrified to even click it. I don't want to bother. So I don't even want to know what you
have that capability because of the big upgrades that I've done to my setup. That's awesome.
I'll do it on my own time.
Basically, the sky's the limit. Like, there's no hardware limitations to anything I'm doing now. But I know where I will begin by saying thank you for your support. I want to say Jade this morning over on Kick Way. Perry, let's get you an animation and let's get that up on. Goals are going to work here on, and let's start the talk. Okay. Here's the thing.
Let's start the talk.
With the previous way that we were doing goals for the streams and rewards and contributions, we had something called the streak. Now, quite frankly, the streak was based on the original idea from many years ago, where I had a streak of the vest streak. For those who don't remember the vest streak, back in 2020, by complete chance and not even planning it, I was doing
oh my god! I do not need a fucking origin story on the stupid fucking vest. Shut up.
And it became something that lasted 200. Something that was frequently done. You know, I didn't always hit my goals. So if there was a time when I hit them, okay, I would put the vest on or whatever. But you know, a bunch of things have changed. For example, this year, you haven't noticed, spruced things up a bit. The setup's a lot better. I'm wearing nicer things. It's like I can't always be tossing a vest on or putting a hat on or putting glasses on or doing these silly, you know, these silly stuff.
Whatever.
And I decided to try to phase out that kind of stuff, and I did. However, I did see a recent.
He wanted to phase it out so bad. I mean, think about it. He said I can't wear a vest. It's too hot, right? It's now winter. He says it's cool. He has fans on. All this stuff. Can't wear a vest still. Okay.
Resurgence of attention, positivity, and support this year. And because of that, we started getting cumulative streaks where it was like, oh, I'm hitting my goals. I'm hitting my goals. So we started counting again, right? And then over the last couple of months, as this was happening, I said, well, why don't we start doing some rewards based on it, right?
By the way,
and
this was actually Rich super chatted. The funniest joke, guys, it was, get this, he super chatted May 1st, and then he got banned, and he went to Twitter and was like, look what I got banned for. So funny, man, Rich, man, you deserve being treated like a bitch by the guy.
Did. And some of the rewards that we were doing, for example, was, oh, if we hit an entire week where I hit my goals in a row, we'll do a DSP Tries It episode. Now, this was just a quick idea that I had, but it ended up working out. I mean, we had something like 7+ straight weeks of hitting the goals. It went up to 95 straight streams of hitting my goals.
And especially my trolls.
It was absolutely awesome. All right,
awesome.
It was. I mean, it helped a ton. And we did 7 straight episodes of DSP Tries It. And by the way, they all did well. Like, it's funny because people are like, oh, you think that's a reward or whatever? And then if you actually look over on
when people criticized it, he said it was a joke. And I'm like thinking, so you're making fun of people who gave you money gave you a lot of money to eat a burger. I mean, that joke only works when you're making fun of your viewers, by the way. So he's kind of taking the joke at the expense of his own viewers, which is very, very, very cool for the person who you're a fan of to say, right?
He Reacts channel, okay, you'll notice something. Hold on one second while I just do this as I go over there. Take a look at how well the DSP Tries It episodes did.
These thumbnails are trash. All these are just basic bitch-ass, like, fucking thumbnails. And they're not even interesting. And they're all just cringe, but it's DSP's,
the most viewed content that I put out on that channel. And like I said, it started right here with Burger King. Then we had McDonald's. Then we had, what was this? Oh, the Jersey Mike's subs, the Katsu Burger, the Japanese restaurant, the entire Taco Bell Decades menu, a triple smash burger, taste test, and then the Wendy's. So it went really well. People liked the content. They wanted more.
Oh, man.
So we kept it going.
Yeah,
okay. However,
those views, man.
Let's now be honest about what really happened here. Okay.
I'm hearing, like,
basically just exactly what happened.
Be doing vacuuming again.
Back when I had the streak for the vest streak happened again in my content. All right. And what do I mean? What ended up happening was streams became entirely about, are we going to hit the goal? Can we hit the goal?
But guess what? This is something DSP did himself, because he kept bringing it up. So if you bring it up, of course the chat's going to follow suit. Like, come on, you can't be mad at chat for
who's going to contribute to hit the goal. Blah, blah, blah.
This isn't happening during the vest streak. It got to the point where, like, accounts like Evil Librium, Elon Jusk, and like just others were all doing it just to piss off DSP, because they were trying to give DSP a taste of his own medicine, basically. Because DSP kept doing that. Guys, we're not gonna hit the goals, guys. Guys, look at the goals. So these people decided to do that in his own chat, and DSP eventually got annoyed with it. And it's like, yeah, see how annoying it is? So imagine you're the viewer and the streamer's doing that. That's what you're doing. And guess what? It happened again with this. And it's still not, he still doesn't get that it's his fault. But no, it's other people doing it. Dude, they're gonna say that because that's what's on the stream.
Right?
But he did long night streams to get goals. Look at the fucking stream daily rap segments. That is him pressing on, squeezing money out of his fucking fans. If it wasn't like, oh, the streams all became about the goals, if he just ended the stream like the Call of Duty stream, if he ended when he wanted to at 9 o'clock, and the streak ended there, you know, it would be whatever, because that's how the streak is supposed to go. But he kept pushing and waiting and sitting there. Literally, we had streams of him just sitting there waiting for money. At least during the streams, he was like doing his job to get paid. But that slowly morphed into him just sitting like, okay, guys, where's the money? And just waiting. Come on.
You know, I get it. Basically what happens is he gets tired. And people get tired of talking about it. And people just are like, you know, I'm here to hang out and enjoy the game. And have a good time. Right? You know, just because I can't drop a giant contribution today, that shouldn't be the end-all, be-all of what we're doing here on stream, right?
Right. Correct. Mm-hmm.
So, what ended up happening was that some people got turned off. And they were asking me, Phil, can we stop the streak? Can we end this stuff? And I was like, well, I don't want to stop it. Let's let it end.
Can we end it now?
You know, naturally, organically, when it's going to end. And there was a couple times.
Wait, what?
And they were asking me, Phil, can we stop the streak? Can we end this stuff?
I love that people were asking him, can we stop it? It is insane to me. Because, dude, he had opportunities to stop it, but the greed took over. The greed goblin in his brain hijacked his little body and was like, no, you're not clocking out, bitch. Stay there until they give you the money. And then until they didn't give him the money. That Call of Duty stream was the greed goblin overriding the stream. Because he could have ended it there. But no, he decided to keep on waiting.
And I was like, well, I don't want to stop it. Let's let it end, you know, naturally, organically, when it's going to end. And there was a couple times when it was going to end, it was really shitty. I mean, for example, if I'm doing a tech setup stream, because I need to migrate to my new PC setup.
It is so funny. We're not even bringing up that Call of Duty stream, by the way. We're not bringing it up. The first week of him trying to end early, we're not even talking about it. Like, that was, in my opinion, the very first instance of it ending organically, and he refused to go home, basically.
Would suck if that's when the streak ends, because that's not an organic thing that happened. It wasn't that I was playing a game and people were bored of the content. It wasn't even a content stream. You know what I'm saying?
It happened in the Call of Duty stream.
So therefore,
again, we're not even talking about it. The stream where he did that daily rep where he starts like, hey, guys, I'm showing the daily rep. As you can see, we did it, the goal, and all this other shit. That was that goal ending organically. If he ended on time.
You know, we had a few situations where it was gonna end, but it didn't. And then finally it did. Finally, it naturally ended. Excuse me, this last Thursday during a DS Politics stream. Now, even then, some people were upset with me. And they said, Phil, you shouldn't have ended the streak because that was a politics stream and that's your new show and that's a show that's just getting traction. And the fact that you ended the streak on that when everyone's been supporting all of your other content isn't fair. You should have kept it going. And I'm like, yeah, but it ended. I'm not going to lie about it. People were there. They saw we didn't hit the goal. It would be pretty dumb for me to be like, oh, it didn't end when it obviously did. Oh, by the way, then the next day, we also didn't hit the goal on the Marvel Rivals stream. So it was obvious at this point people were tired of this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What? Like, I wonder if this greasy goblin, if he hit the goal that Friday, I'm kind of wondering if he would move the goalpost and say, so I guess the politics was a one-off, and then he may open the door to say, well, let's continue the streak anyway, since the politics stream was a one-off. I wonder if that's what he would have done. And I'm almost kind of glad that didn't happen, but I wonder if it would have. Because it wouldn't surprise me if he did.
Tired of it. So here's what we're doing. We're actually going to redo all the goals and everything. And I think you're going to like what I've come up with. We talked about this on Friday night when I was playing Bloodborne, and we hit the goal. Okay? So I think that's what we're going to do. All right? And let's talk about it. By the way, every single person in the chat who's being dramatic, you have about 5 seconds to stop and to pay attention to the stream and to stop trying to start drama in the chat. Because I swear if I see it continue, I'm just going to start banning people left and right. Because I see right there in the chat, people are actually trying to start drama and stuff. Do you hear any drama or what I'm talking about? If you're here to sit here and talk about drama and try to start problems, then leave right now.
Leave right now.
I don't even care if we lose the entire viewership. Because I'm not here for drama, and you know that. You know that's not what I'm about. I'm not going to sit here and let you guys start shit, okay?
It's very interesting that we're slowly... Isn't it funny that we're slowly walking back all of the drama stuff he did, right? Like, he was very straightforward and pretending as if, like, oh, maybe we'll do like a detractor segment every week or whatever the fuck, or we're gonna do this and this and that. And now he's barely done it now. He's slowly walking back, but he was like, every day I'm doing this. I'm only doing this sometimes. I really wonder if it's gonna ever come back.
Okay. So, here's what's gonna happen moving forward. Because I think you're gonna like a few of these changes that I have to make. Okay? First off, and this is immediate. I'm no longer going to be reading out dollar contributions. That's a bunch of dumb troll shit or this.
Guess what? He told us even before this, I don't have to read your tips, guys, because it's my stream and it's my prerogative of what I read, etc., etc., etc. So he told us that before, and now he's acting as if he never said that and he always read them all no matter what. Which isn't the case. You can go back and find a lot of times, okay, this guy gave me $1 too. It's something stupid. I'm not gonna read it. Okay? Fucking idiots, etc., etc., etc. And again, I'm just sitting and thinking, if that's the case, just refund the tip. Because, why bother fighting for that if it may be charged back?
Disgusting name and stuff like that. Reason being, number one, it's too distracting to the stream.
And this is also, like, something he said, like, he said that he doesn't give them animations anyway. He doesn't give animations for $1 tips. And all this. And all the other stuff because, I can't be reading every dollar tip that comes in and this and that. He said that himself. And now he's saying, like, as if this is a new thing.
It breaks up what we're doing, and it wastes too much time. If you're going to send me a tip, and you expect me to read it and give it a serious consideration, it's either got to be an intelligent, positive tip, or you got to tip me $5 or more. Because I've had enough of trolls sending dollar tips thinking I'm gonna.
This is shit. He would say only titty streamers do and bitch at them and say, see, they're not grateful. I am grateful for my audience because I read your contributions. Blah blah blah. And now he's saying, if you want me to read it, give me $5. Okay.
To read them, I'm not going to. Okay. So immediately, it's $5 if you want me to read it. If you send a $5 tip. And you say something stupid like ugly gorilla butthole, then I'll read it for $5. But I'm not reading it for $1 anymore because I got too many complaints about the streams being inundated with this bullshit, and I agree.
But wouldn't that just... But then you're just having them pay more money to do the same thing, right? Whatever, okay.
So number one, you want to troll, $5 or more, or else I just ignore your ass. Okay? That's number...
But so it's saying gorilla butthole is trolling him? How? Whatever, okay.
Number one. Number two. People like that. They're going crazy already. Number two. Okay? Moving forward, there's no streak. There is no streak. What we're going to have is a cumulative amount of goals that we hit. What is the goal? $150 of support per stream. Just like it was previous. So that's not changing. And by the way, everything counts. Super chats, super stickers, memberships and gifted memberships on the YouTube side, subs and gifted subs on the Kick side, and tips, which count for both because anyone can tip via PayPal at any time. So all of that will count towards the stream. Okay? There you go. Now,
there you go.
The way it's going to work is as follows. There's no streak. Okay? I'm not expecting to hit that goal every single stream. I would love to.
This is like a desperate era of
actually
DSP
benefits
content.
you if we do. All right? I'm going to explain how it works.
We do.
This is now every single stream. I would love to, and it actually benefits you if we do. All right? I'm going to explain how it works. This is now a cumulative goal.
Oh, wow.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, it means that every time that we hit $150 raised on a particular stream, it counts as one towards this goal. So as you see, on Friday night, I was playing Bloodborne. We raised, I think it was $156. So one goal hit. Okay? Now, each stream, it resets. Meaning, let's say on this particular stream, we raise $150. It'll add one to the goal. If this particular stream, we hit 2, let's say we hit $300 of support. That's 2. So we add 2 to the goal. All right? But it resets every stream, and it basically counts as one every $150 of support, because that's the goal. Okay?
See, this is like
So it's very
soft baby
possible
mode
we could have a
streak. This is a baby mode
stream or a
streak.
streak of streams where we don't hit the goal at all and nothing gets
Also that
added to the total.
he doesn't feel the burn of a streak ending. This is like if Devil May Cry 6 comes out and Capcom made it so that you could do a combo, but if you drop it, the counter will stay on for a minute. Or just it never goes away, and then when you start another combo, it will continue. Then if the encounter is over, it will carry over to the next encounter, and then you'll start from that number, and it will increase again. It's like that. It's like this is like not fun and not challenging, but this is like, as I said, not the same. But the whole point of a streak is to like count the phenomenon of like something happening back to back. The moment you take that away, what is the point of counting how many goals he's hit? I mean, that's like pointless. That's a pointless metric that's gonna naturally increase anyway. Okay.
There also could be a streak of streams where we exceed it and multiply it by 2, 3, 4 times a stream because we're hitting it multiple times.
I mean, it's like him bragging about the amount of videos he uploads, like how many videos he has on his channel. It's not a meaningful number because he uploads every day, and he uploads like 3 videos a day. Or no, 6 videos a day, 5 videos a day, whatever. He uploads multiple videos a day. So the amount of videos he has on his channel is as meaningful as the number of tweets he has on his Twitter.
Okay, so there's incentive for you to support. If you want to see the goals hit and get big rewards, the more you support, the earlier you'll get your rewards. But now you might say, well, what are the rewards then? Obviously, the rewards have to be something good or incentivized that people want, or else why would people support to try to get those goals, right? Great. Glad you asked. Every 10 goals hit.
This dude, his language is all commercial PR bullshit. And it's not even, like, funny. It's so corny, and I hate it. I hate it, man. Like, you know, there was a Black Friday video that Mega64 did years ago that was mocking or parodying Apple's keynote, and that was my favorite kind of video they did, because Apple's keynote it's like funny bullshit. It's like, guys, we have reinvented the iPhone. Before we had such beautiful technology, but this time we have the most rich technology ever. Before, we've never had it like this before. A nice metallic black that is just so sheen and rich in color, with the most important battery ever. And this and it's just like bullshit, and it's like funny. It's funny bullshit. Like the stuff they're doing for the Apple Watch, it's also kind of funny that it kind of teeters the line of them saying, you will die if you don't have the Apple Watch, basically. You know, that kind of shit. And it's like funny. It's just funny shit. Like, but we don't even get that with this guy. It's just fucking like, sleazy salesman
Every
tactics.
10 cumulative goals,
Glad you asked.
we're going to do an episode of DSP Tries It. So what we'll need to do is always kind of have one on deck. Always every 10 goals hit.
Oh,
every 10 cumulative goals,
man,
we're going to do an episode of DSP Tries It. So what we'll need to do is always kind of have one on deck. Always think about what's the goal that we want to hit. What's the thing you want me to try on DSP Tries It?
Clorox
right now, the
bleach.
last one that we were talking about was Popeyes, correct? And I think that Popeyes was a good one. I haven't had Popeyes, and the DSP Tries It in many, many years.
What if it didn't hit because no one wanted Popeyes?
We currently have new menu items like that.
But
Ghost,
all this is just hitting the goals
what's
eventually.
it called?
Like, how can you measure what people want if you're gonna do it eventually? I guess you can measure by the speed. Like, oh, if you really want something, you'd want to hit it fast, right? But it's like, I don't know. This is just disgusting. It's dumb.
Chicken sandwich and stuff like that. So I think that would be fine. Now, the thing is, we should always kind of be paying attention to things that are being offered or available, because you might always have something new.
Oh my god, it's homework! This is awful! So not only do you have to give him money for 10 cumulative goals, you also have to do homework into what he could buy. Oh my god, this is like torture.
It's added, and then you want to try it out. Like, what if there actually is an interesting new fast food?
This dude complained about, like, PlayStation Plus increasing the price and this and that, And he complained about Nintendo Online being $50 to get the N64 stuff, but this is far worse. At least like yearly paying $50 is like you get to play N64 games. What do you get from this? I guess you get to enjoy him eating more fast food and eventually having a heart attack, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what people are into with this guy. But
item that comes out that you want me to try. Well, then let's toss it in there as the next DSP tries it. But the thing is, we'll always be working towards the next one. Will never be a situation where it's like, oh, well, you know, the streak ended, so now we can't do it. No, it's just a matter of when.
But if the streak ends and you're starting a new streak, you would kind of do the same thing, correct? Well, let's not think about it.
And we hit it, not if we're going to hit it. You understand? So basically, the goals will always be hit. It's just a matter of time. Okay?
So the goals
that's
will always
number
be
one.
hit.
Every 10
that's the key there.
that we hit,
the goals
will be a new episode of DSP Tries It. This very well means we may do multiple DSP Tries It's in 1 week. It also might mean we don't do DSP Tries It for several weeks if we just don't hit the goals. Okay?
Man.
So that's number one. Now, the next thing I would say is probably if we hit maybe like 50, like let's say every 10 we do a DSP Tries It, and then if we hit 50 goals, then we do something bigger. And the idea here is that maybe you guys would vote on a game for me to play, and it wouldn't be a promise of a full playthrough, but instead it would be like, oh, let's test a game.
Oh, fuck off. Honestly, he should be doing a full playthrough for 50 goals hit. Come on, shut up.
And see if it works for a stream, and if it does, maybe I would adopt it as a playthrough, but it's not a guarantee, right? Or another idea could be a marathon, a one-day marathon every 50 that we hit. But the question is, what would the marathons be?
So then could it be
some
Metaphor?
Examples. We could do an Indies Day where we just pick a whole variety of indie
games.
games.
Let's say we do that idea. We test out a game for 50 goals hit. Does that mean we could ask for Metaphor and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Or is it going to say, no, those won't work, man? Oh, okay, man.
We could do a retro day because people have been asking me, hey, well, you haven't played retro games in a long time. Would you go back and play this classic platformer or whatever? Maybe that could be it. Maybe it could be a rage day where you guys nominate rage-inducing games for me to try.
This is trash. Honestly, this again, Patreon goals are back on the menu, boys. And it's trash. Fucking Rage Marathon, that's even worse. That's the worst. And then do like platformers, like this is just garbage recycled content. It's so bad. This dude is so not creative.
Or it could just be, hey, Variety Day, where you nominate a whole bunch of PC games that I've never played because I didn't have a game.
Variety Day. You know what? Okay, let's think of it. Let's remember this for a hot minute. Remember when he got Game Pass and the Xbox Series X and what he was hyping in particular? We could do Game Pass night, guys, where we go through Game Pass and we could do this and that. Now it's a fucking 50 member. Oh my god, a 50 support goal. This dude is disgusting. And it's like trash. It's not interesting at all.
PC until recently, okay? So that's just a couple of the ideas, all right? And I think we could do that every 50, okay? But now, the big end goal that we should be working towards is 100. And by the way, some contributions have come in, and I am going to shout them out, but obviously I'm giving this some time. Allow me to get through my explanation, okay? So I think that every 100 cumulative goals that we hit, we should do a big celebration reward, and then we hit the reset button. So when we hit 100, big reward day, party-like atmosphere, we did it, exciting times,
gross.
And then reset back to 0 and start it over for the next slew of rewards. Okay? So that means if we hit 100, you would have gotten 10 DSP Tries-Its, okay?
What?
Plus some kind of an
10 DSP tries if you do 100? I don't think that's how that works. You know. Yeah, I'm dumb. Shut up. You didn't hear that. That didn't happen. Okay, shut up. I didn't have lunch yet.
Reward, whether it's you pick a game for me to try or a marathon day, and then at the very end, you get a ginormous reward.
I'm very smart, guys.
Now you might say, okay.
I'm a genius.
Well, then call it prestiging? Call it prestiging.
God, we already got like...
Yeah, we prestiged. We've hit 100 goals. We've prestiged, and we reset. How about that? All right. So here we go. Now, let's be honest. What's the goal that everyone's talked about? What's the goal that everyone's wanted? What's the goal that we've already partially kind of worked towards? Stellar Blade. Everyone wants me to play Stellar Blade. I still don't know why. Because like I said,
oh my God,
gameplay-wise, it just looks like Bayonetta combined with maybe some elements of FromSoft. It doesn't look that special.
Oh my God, Bayonetta and FromSoft, whatever. I mean, it's generic. It's a generic game. You know, the only reason why people want to see him play is because he's been so fucking annoying about it.
It has women's butts in it. Oh my God, then there's a scene of her going up a ladder.
It's like, dude, you can have fun. Like, there's a lot of things wrong with that game, and there's just a lot of like genericness about it. I don't know. I played the game and I just had no. I don't know. It just didn't do shit for me. It was like, oh, okay, like the challenge didn't even feel rewarding or fun. It just felt hard for the sake of it, and it just. I don't know. I didn't like it. I have to try it again because now it has a 2B costume, so she can actually look cool. I do not like her. I do not like Eve's design. I'll say that. I do not like her how she looks in the game. She just looks. But you know, now she can look like 2B, so she'll look marginally better. But whatever. That's just me.
And then for the people who are like, oh yes, it's funny because you'll have to play a game where there's a woman. What's the big deal? I've only played 7,000 games where there's women in them. You're weird.
Yeah.
No, really, you're fucking weird.
But you act weird too, man. Like it would be weird if you were a normal person playing a game, but this dude always finds a way to be weird. Like he played Life is Strange, and then when there's a scene where it's like downtime and they're like at a bar, he's like, oh my God, there's no bars, oh my God, and then you like say it's like all horny shit when it's like they go to a bar and socialize and all this other stuff, and he acted weird about that.
Just because I don't say perverted things in my content anymore doesn't mean I have a weird woman aversion. Like you're bizarre. Your head is screwed on wrong.
You just have a weird reaction. Like this dude sees a woman and thinks like that they have to be in a certain way almost. Like again, Last of Us 2, he misses the whole point of like they're in a sheltered, fortified base. Of course, they're gonna have a luxurious life, a more privileged life than anyone else, where they have time to talk about like movies. They talk about going to the fucking movies. And all this other stuff. So of course they're gonna be like more like into romance. I mean, they're not like the reason why. Like you know, I talked about this till I was blue in the face, and it's like that's why he's weird about it.
This is what people are telling me they want. So when we hit 100, a streak of 100, so 100 goals of 150
and all it's gonna
hits,
be is him being passive aggressive. Like he's gonna play like.
I don't know if you're ready to play this. Oh, wow, it's a game. Okay, wow, yeah, man. Wow, it's this.
Like that's what they're gonna see. So it's already like the appeal is already gone. I mean, it was kind of gone the moment he started being a bitch about it, and it's like that's all it's gonna be. And then when he's done with it, he's gonna say, "See, guys, I beat the game. See, I don't know why you guys are saying this. I don't know. It's just a game, man."
I will do a full playthrough of Stellar Blade. The sooner the better. The more you contribute, the sooner this playthrough will happen. And just so you know, to confirm how serious I am about this, I've already purchased Stellar Blade and installed it on my PlayStation 5 Pro. It's already there.
I fear that there's a secret person who bought it. Like, he's gonna say when he beat it,
I didn't even buy the game. Someone else bought it for me.
No, or I got it. He's gonna say, I got all these PSN credits over the years of people giving it to me, and I used that. I can hear it. I can hear it now. He's gonna say they used PSN credits.
Waiting to be
I think someone already said. I think he said that someone already gave him a lot of PSN credits at one point. I feel he said that somewhere.
And booted, and to even sweeten the deal even more. Are you ready for this? Because I want to sweeten the deal even more. All right. I want to show you guys something. Ready? So, as you know, we did this last week. I set up a thread on DSP Gaming by which people would start to nominate games for my Christmas marathon event, which is either going to take place the 23rd or the 24th. We haven't locked it in yet. Okay. If you take a look at what's nominated, I would like to show you something. Where's my Stellar Blade at? How about Stellar Blade? Stellar Blade, Stellar Blade, Stellar Blade, Stellar Blade. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Man,
if you can't notice.
Remember during Halloween, he said that these were all trolls. Now they're legit.
There are some really good suggestions here as well, which we will definitely consider. I like some of these suggestions. But as you saw, Stellar Blade, at least from a quick look, Stellar Blade, Stellar Blade, Stellar Blade, with 30 thumbs up, Stellar Blade, 28, Stellar Blade, Stellar Blade. You see what I'm saying? So.
See what I'm saying?
Ask and you shall receive. During the Christmas marathon, for the very first time ever, I will play the introduction to Stellar Blade on the PS5 Pro. That is my Christmas gift to all of you. I will play an hour of Stellar Blade on the Christmas marathon, guaranteed. I already own it, so I might as well play it. We'll get a little head start. Because I'll be honest, it's the 8th. I don't foresee us in the next 2 weeks hitting 100 on the goals. Maybe we'll hit like 10 to 20, but I don't think we're going to be hitting 100.
So why didn't you just download the demo then?
100 in the next couple of weeks. I'm just saying. So because of that, this will be like a taste, a preview. By then, we'll probably be at like 10 or 20. And so, maybe that if you see me play the first hour, that would give you incentive to want to contribute more to hit those goals faster. Because again,
then when he gets back to it, whenever that's gonna be, he's gonna be like,
how do I play the game again? This sucks, man.
Unless he's gonna replay the game from the beginning.
Remember, the more you contribute, the faster you contribute, the quicker we will hit 100. Because every 150, we add another. Right now, if someone dropped $150, boom, add one to the goal.
Boom.
That is how we're doing it. So not only, then we'll keep thinking. Someone had already mentioned there's 2 or 3 new items being available this month for DSP Tries It. So I don't even know, okay? So here's the thing. There's no more, oh no, will we hit the goal? It's like, we could hit the goal, and if we do, great, we add. No, it's this simple. Too many people complained. I agree with them. There's no streak ending, so you don't freak out about it, all right? Now listen, already some people are upset. Well, too bad.
Too bad.
It's this simple. Too many people complained. I agree with them. I don't want every...
So when they complain about the streak, that's fine. They complain about this, you're wrong. So, like, it's really just that he did this change, and he thought everyone was gonna, like, jump up and down, and since he got some pushback, well, too bad. I'm gonna force you to love this. I'm gonna force the love.
Stream to be about, we're gonna hit the goal, we're gonna hit the goal, we're gonna hit the goal. Someone's got to contribute because the goal's about to end. The goal's about to end. We're playing a game where we're hanging.
I think people just want him to go back to just playing games and not talking about goals and hitting streaks and this and that. I think that's what they just wanted. But it's kind of clear when he was only looking for $50 supposedly that he couldn't justify asking for more, and he was desperate to figure out how to do it. And the clothing wasn't working that well. He was kind of like hating it, and he found this. This is the new thing that's gonna be run into the ground, and we're gonna see how long it will last.
Now we're supposed to be having a good time. It's not supposed to be about always getting the contribution. You understand? That's it's annoying, quite frankly. Turn off the snow. Why? Why should I turn off the snow? Someone just said turn off the snow. Why?
It's not good.
Exactly. Fed Roger says there won't be any stress and headaches toward the end of the stream. You're right. We may be near the end of the stream.
I just love that everyone's like, yeah, Phil, you're right. No more headaches. You don't need to worry about that. But again, a lot of that was because DSP kept like bringing it up, so it kept coming in the force center of everyone's attention. But he was just noticing. He was just making observations.
Like $50 of support. Like, well, I guess we're not hitting it this stream. Oh well. If there's a Hail Mary, great. But if not, okay, whatever. And then you just continue, and you don't have to talk about it again. It's not, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna toss it? Who's gonna do this? It's enough about it.
I remember during a Stardew Valley stream, he was mad that he couldn't do that. Basically, he was like,
I can't hype up begging like triple P. I call him triple P. I couldn't do that, man. It's bullshit.
And now he's like, yeah, man, that is bullshit. Okay, dude.
You know what I'm saying? And I think there will be days that there will be tons of support, and there'll be days that there won't be as much, and that's okay. It's no longer about, oh my God, it's a bigger chance to be played. Are not going to bring in tons of support. Game that's offline for myself, and then put stuff.
Wait, what?
Every single time I play it. No one can play those games again. There are certain games that I want to play that I know for a fact are not going to bring in tons of support. This now, because the streak is not a thing anymore, maybe I can play those games again. But
so then he can play Metaphor again? Is that what he's saying? Probably not, because he committed to not playing that game like he did with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, despite he said he stopped playing it for Elden Ring, and he'd go back to it. Don't listen to the misinformation. I'm gonna go back to Final Fantasy VII, and he never did.
But at the same time, I want you to understand something. I still cannot commit to a game that's 80 hours long, that every single time I play it, no one shows up, everyone's disengaged, everyone complains, and no one supports at all. What's the point? I might as well play those games offline for myself and then put stuff on stream that you guys want. You understand? So that means I'm going to be willing to be giving more.
Then why is he playing Marvel Rivals again? He's playing Marvel Rivals again, and he's like, well, I can't do this if no one's engaged. No one was engaged then, and you're playing that game again.
Games a shot and see how they do. But if I try a game and it doesn't work, we can move on, and it's okay if we don't hit the goal for that one stream. Okay? We'll see.
Yes, that is so many times.
You know, it really sucks. I would have loved to play Metaphor.
No.
I wanted to play Metaphor.
No, you didn't.
No one showed up or supported Metaphor. So what am I supposed to do?
No one supported. He got more than $10. I'll say that.
Hey, now since this isn't 100% all about the streak every stream, maybe I can play games like that again. All right?
No,
I'm not saying we're doing that right now because we're not. This week is crazy. We'll talk about it in a sec.
You're not playing
with the stuff coming out.
Shut
but you
up.
understand these
game.
changes
You can't
now?
play that.
Does it make sense? All right. So to reiterate,
get out of here.
There's no more streak. Every $150 we raise on a particular stream.
All right, we heard this like a thousand
marathon
times.
of some type, prestige, and we. All right. So now, I think it's more about we want to get rewards. We want to get to happen again, and as much as it helped, listen, this is literally.
Wait, what?
It's about a streak and continuing a streak. You know, it's too much. Again, it was the same thing that was happening with the vest streak happened, but it's not just about that. You understand?
Dude, this
Jade, yes, thank you for 42 months as a member. I did shout that out, but it didn't show up in my queue, so I couldn't read. Did you specifically put a message in there? Like, right one, thank you. In fact, I'll be wearing. So thank you very much.
All right, I'm gonna go to the house, the new office tour. I don't care about the other stuff. I might do the other stuff in another video. Where is this? There it is. Because this is really dumb and cringe.
In regards to the new office setup, what I wanted to do was show you some of the ways that I have it set up. All right, so here we go. Let me show you some of the things. So what we need to do is this and this. Here we are. Okay, so this is
Look at this trash setup, by the way. Like, he has the PS5 butt first, because he needs access to the ports. He doesn't want to like do anything. He doesn't want to change how the TV is stationed. Like, he doesn't want to angle. Like, he could angle the fucking TV stand, but no, it has to be flat to the wall for some reason. Why not just angle it so you can have access behind? I know that's too much thinking, I guess. And also you could just get a better stand, I guess. Let's see. He has all these cables out there on top of a box. Like, this is cable management. Like, I thought this was cable management, like, maybe recently. Then I realized, no, that's not cable management. That's dumb. That's dumb. Whatever.
PC. This sits over with my actual, gaming setup, my entertainment center. It's sitting there on the floor on a chair mat, but it has ventilation because it actually stands on these legs. It has you can't see it from this angle, but it actually does have like 1.5 inches off the ground, these legs. So it has aeration on the bottom. And what you got next to it is the uninterrupted power supply. And then my
Notice
PS5.
he stopped saying UPS, universal power, like UPS power supply anymore. Now he actually says the whole thing. He probably got bullied into saying the whole word instead of saying that's my UPS or just saying that's my power supply. Whatever.
Pro. Okay. Now you might say, well, what are all those cords? Yeah, I need to do that because that's all the cords that have to go across the room. 3 incredibly long HDMI cables. There's nothing I could do about it. Remember, I wanted to do an internal capture card and everything, but we have to have all these wires running now.
But why can't you run it like along the wall? Like, isn't it more about like you can have a turn in a cable or whatever, and that may not necessarily like ruin the speed of data going from one end to the other, but if it's like flat against the wall, is this gonna be a more clean shot to where it's going? Whatever. Okay, whatever.
Now,
Sure.
because of the way that this setup works, okay?
That's how this setup works. I'm dumb.
But yeah, so there's the PS5 Pro. Yes, that is a Nintendo Wii. I still have that out.
A Nintendo
I don't need to.
Wii.
I could easily put it away, but I haven't had an opportunity
I
to
could
yet.
easily put it away,
So
but I choose
the
not to.
uninterrupted power supply is right there. Everything's plugged into it. If you're wondering,
so
well, what
easy.
is
Why
that
does he do it?
massive wire?
This dude cried about USPS being lazy. They're lazy. They don't deliver on Sundays, even though they don't deliver on Sundays, by the way. I think only certain stuff gets delivered on Sundays, but they don't deliver mail on Sundays. It's God's day, dude. But they just don't do it on Sundays. And he's like, they're lazy. They did it in the mailbox instead of my door or whatever the fuck. Even though like the USPS are like they're supposed to go to the mailbox. Like that's their thing. Whatever. They're lazy. But this dude said he could easily put the Wii away, but he won't. He won't. How is that not lazy? Don't think about it.
Below the gaming PC. That is a USB hub. And out of that USB hub is the 2 adapters for the new wireless mouse and keyboard that I have. This is the Logitech wireless mouse. And this is the Logitech wireless keyboard. And that's what those are for. You need to have those giant wires. If you don't, they don't work right. So it is what it is. I had a little adapters, but it didn't work. It doesn't work right if you just use the adapters. You're supposed to use the entire cable. So basically, the way the cables are going, if they go to the bottom left, those are going across the room to my capture streaming PC, and then the ones going to the right, one of them is for my joystick, the Victrix.
You know, I kind of wonder, what if, right? Bear with me. He just puts the streaming PC, the wall that's like right, perpendicular to the TV, right? Like the TV stuff is like this wall here where the window is. Why not put the PC there? Oh, so the window can like aerate his face or whatever the fuck, but it can still reach him. It'll just go through not through the computer, but you know what I mean. And he has a fan. Oh, okay.
Which is right here.
Did he play with his pants again?
And then the ones going to the right, one of them is for my joystick, the Victrix, which is right here.
Victrix. I think he tried to play with his pants again.
Wow, the camera doesn't pick it up. Holy crap! Look, here we go.
Oh man, I don't give a fuck about that Victrix.
And then the other one goes to my PS5 controller, but I unplugged that when I play the PS5. It's just that I haven't plugged into charge between, gaming sessions. So that's the gaming PC setup. Okay, and there's nothing I can do about it. They have to be like that because those HDMI cables have to run across the floor. There's nowhere else to put them. Okay, if I had them against the wall, I would have to have like 30, 40-foot cables. This way I can have 15-footers. So it is what it is.
Well,
is it a tripping hazard?
30...
Yes, it is. But I have to be careful not to trip on it.
Man,
okay? Up next.
Why does he want longer cables? I mean, I guess it's so like, so like the speed is super fast. I mean, then move the thing closer.
So we have panettone. I just threw that in there because we just bought this yesterday when we had our day off. It's holiday bread made in Italy. It's actually authentic Italian product. It's been a family tradition of mine since I was a kid.
It's made in Italy.
So what it is this giant fluffy loaf of bread, but it's also soft and chewy. It smells amazing. It's sweet. It's tasty. And it has candied orange and cranberries inside.
Wow.
Yes, I wear slippers. That is correct. I wear slippers indoors. So that was just in there, okay?
He
The
doesn't
next
wear slippers
picture.
in his gamer room,
So this
though.
is my...
Literally, he doesn't wear slippers in his gaming room. He is barefoot in his own gamer room. I just want to think... Just wow.
Actual PC desk now, okay? Just so you know, this is way better than the old setup. The old setup was way worse
Wait
than
a minute. Why does he have headphones? He gets ear infections. And by the way, why does he have speakers? I mean, this is a loony thing where it's like he has stuff he doesn't. Well, monitors don't have built-in speakers. Now that I think about it, so I guess he would need that. I guess, but then why not just use? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, he has speakers. Fair enough.
Okay. So what you're seeing is that is the new capture and streaming PC. On top of that is the Live Gamer Ultra 2.1 capture device. Okay, so that's what's sitting on top of the PC itself.
Man.
All right.
Remember when you
then
said
next
you
to it is the
thought
other
LEDs
uninterrupted
were
power
whatever.
supply into which all of this stuff is plugged in. So we got, geez, keyboard and mouse, printer, speakers.
He still uses a printer?
Several external hard drives,
Whatever.
one of which was the hard drive I was using to transfer the files from one PC to the other. The other external hard drives are the ancient ones on which my old files are on for the DSP throwback channel. I have 2 monitors, but I'm no longer using 2 monitors anymore.
Why?
I only use one. I've got it all only on the one, and I like it that way now.
Why?
You know, 2 monitors was great back when I was doing constant
Then
video
can
editing.
I have it?
But
Send
I
me
don't
the
do that
monitor.
anymore. So I really don't need the 2 monitors. So I basically just have a backup monitor at this point.
You know what? I remember there was an Instagram where he was asking for help on how to get a dual monitor setup, and Theo Theory, because of that video on his Instagram, he something went wrong in his settings, and he couldn't figure out how to fix it because it wasn't doing dual monitor correctly. So I think when he got this new PC, he forgot how to do it and he didn't want to do it. So he's coping by saying he likes it with one monitor. Because if there's one thing DSP does a lot of is coping and sour graping his life.
Yeah, this is the desk where I do all my important busy work and pay bills and do all that kind of crap.
I mean,
so
look at
there you
the
go.
Tissue box.
Okay.
That's a huge tissue box. Guys, you know, I just have this, you know. Obviously, you know, you don't need any bigger. I mean, how many times does he fap a day? You know, like, man, this guy must be fapping up a storm if he needs that big of a box.
This is looking at my actual set.
Someone
the other
brought up that this looks like a dude in a Sonic hat. And I'm like thinking to myself, there's no way DSP did that intentionally. He's not that creative. So he did that by accident. The Sonic thing is ingrained in his personality, into his soul.
Side of the room from behind the camera and behind the new lighting system. What you see right there in the foreground is the newer light. It's a rectangle light and it goes straight towards me. And in front of that light is the webcam.
What is that little thing that's right there? The little eyedropper canister? Is that? Oh, is that the eye drops he used to like brag about?
Guys, I got up of my eye drops. I play Street Fighter. Hold on, I gotta get my gamer eye drops.
Remember when he used to do eye drops? Remember when that was a thing?
So that's pretty cool. You can see it's like as if you're the cameraman, right? Like you're behind there looking at me. Okay. And so what do you got? That's my chair. The microphone is in front of the chair. What you can't really see, this is the other side of the laptop desk. The laptop's right here. You can see my mouse. You can see the Scarlett receiver right here.
Man, this is a weird setup.
That's pretty cool. And then you can see to my left, it's the Divoom Picsou frame and the decorations and the lamp. And on the right, you see the other Christmas decorations. And you can see the nice, really awesome Elgato Deluxe soundproofing foam behind me. And then
awesome.
my YouTube play button from a zillion years ago.
That's stupid, right?
And as you can see, I have actually done cable management. I no longer have any wires running in front of me here. The only wires are to my left, and that's literally just to power my devices. So the cable for this, the cable for this, the cable for the lighting system, the power or the power cable for the laptop. That's all going there.
He's
looks
bragging
like
over
if you were sitting here looking at the office, basically.
I love that he has to have the gamer chair looking at him.
Okay? So in front of me is my microphone, and then you've got my wireless mouse keyboard, another wireless mouse to power the capture streaming setup. We got the laptop.
Why? So he has a lot of the Elgato soundproofing foam. Why doesn't he use that on instead of these old one, right? Correct? Whatever.
The new, you can see the Stream Deck. It's right behind the microphone. It's kind of peeking out. And then that's red box is the Scarlett 2i, I think it's called, device from Focusrite. That's what allows this microphone to work on a PC. And then you can see that's the camera. That's my webcam sitting in front of the new light box. See that? So the webcam sits there, and then the light box is right behind it, coming at me. Now you can see, look at the wire on the ground. See that? That's the 3 HDMI cables going across the floor from one PC to the other, or to the TV, or to the PS5, whichever you want to call it. And you can see that's now where the PC is on my left-hand side. That's the desk. That's my other chair. And by the way, the one thing that's not there anymore, and this is kind of neat, see that lamp in the background? I got rid of it this morning because I don't need it anymore. I have a fan that has a ceiling light. So I don't need that lamp anymore. So I brought it out to the garage. But one of the cool things...
To throw it out, right?
That I found, that I totally forgot about this. All right. I had a collection of actual badges and...
It's the little stool he sat on with Cat. Now, wait a minute. Why didn't he just oh my god, these people. So he had this chair that Cat was sitting in because she gets the throne when she's there. He couldn't wheel the other gamer chair at all. He needed to buy another chair. That made him look awkward as fuck when he sat on it. Oh man, these
lanyards from various different events that I had attended over a decade ago. Okay?
What?
So, what I wanted to go through, I wanted to look at them.
We're gonna look at no, we're not looking at lanyards. Fuck off. Oh my god. Where does he talk about his day off? I feel like I missed it.
And then we're going to keep doing that, you know, as we move on.
Talk about your day off.
Now, on top of all of that, the other thing going on this week is there's this Path of Exile 2
Okay, I don't care
completed,
about
and you shouldn't do that. You outright told me that earlier this year.
that. Okay. Day off segment. Where is it?
Oh, excuse me.
I do not know.
Really as fun as we had hoped.
Oh,
like,
here we
you know,
go.
we're in the middle.
Here we
DLC
go.
fed Roger. They've been outright saying, I hope you're going to do the DLC because you've only done it once, and that's like the most challenging part of the game. Iron Chef Sakai, I respect your opinion, but you have to understand that it's just your opinion. When you say things like, oh, you've played Bloodborne 4 times over, it's boring, it's directly contradictory to what the audience does. The audience shows...
I love that he's explained Iron Chef Sakai what he said was his opinion. Because Iron Chef Sakai must be so stupid, he can't figure out what he said was his opinion, right?
Up for Bloodborne. Okay, you're spamming the chat saying you find it boring and you want other games. It doesn't really help. Okay?
Man, you know, I love these little segments where he pushes back against a fucking whale, and the whale is so dumb that they're like, okay, Phil, I love you. Here's more money.
Spawn Killer did a super chat. Okay, Spawn Killer did a $2 super chat.
Man.
I missed it. How was your day off? It was incredibly busy.
So pathetic.
It was my wife and I running around doing stuff that we wanted to do. But it was so many people, and there was so much traffic that it was incredibly busy. It doesn't really help. Okay.
I got distracted by
Spawn Killer did a super chat. Okay, Spawn Killer did a $2 super chat. I missed it. How was your day off? It was incredibly busy.
Man, this dude.
It was my wife and I running around doing stuff that we wanted to do, but it was so many people and there was so much traffic that it wasn't nearly as fun as we had hoped. Like,
oh my god, these people.
You know, we're in the midst of the busy Christmas shopping season.
Okay. Wow. How dare they, right?
This season is so busy. There's like a ridiculous amount of people out. So, for example, we wanted to look for either a small Christmas tree or some more Christmas decor. There was one store, we walked into the store, okay? It was so full of people. We were like, there's no way.
Now, you know what? This dude brags how he's so forward-thinking. Oh, all these people, they shop last minute. I don't do that. he's shopping in December for a Christmas tree. I mean, whatever. I mean, everyone does that. I mean, because no one wants to have a Christmas tree in their home for so long, right? But why are they looking for a Christmas tree when they're getting fake? Like, does he have like a fake tree? You can get a fake small tree, and he can put it in his little closets.
There's no way we'll actually be able to like look in here and do anything without a whole bunch of stress and problems. Another store that we went to is a store that traditionally I get like food for like my marathon, my Christmas marathon. I would go in there and get like a traditional a Christmas treat or seasonal treat from like another country, and I would try it out during my Christmas marathon event. We went in there, and like all I wanted to do was get that panettone that I showed you. I had to like fight my way through.
He told us he goes there for DSP tries on Christmas, and then he said, I got it for the panettone.
Crowds of people to get to the aisle where the panettone was. Just to get it. And then,
this dude is so annoying. Like, people are in stories like, I had to push them aside, I had to like fucking wrestle them. Like, okay, man.
It took like a long time to check out. I was like, damn. You know, it sucked because we wouldn't go out on a weekend, but it just so happened that was the only time we could. Like, we couldn't go earlier in the week. So
why?
Because of that, it really sucked.
What did you do Thursday? He took 2 days off though. No, he didn't take Thursday off. What the fuck? Whatever.
Like, it wasn't as good of a day out as we had wanted. We did some fun stuff. We did some fun stuff. All right. We had some good food, but it was disappointing that sadly.
I love we did fun stuff. We had good food. Like, that was the highlight. We had food.
Just have a relaxing and fun day to ourselves, which is what we wanted. Like, another thing, there's a video arcade near us, okay, that we really like. It's a bowling alley video arcade. We haven't been there in years, and we loved doing it pre-COVID. And then when COVID hit, it kind of screwed everything up, and we stopped doing stuff like that consistently. So we've been talking about going back to it for a long time, and we were considering we would do it yesterday. And then when we saw how many people were out, we were like, we can't do that.
Man.
Like, there's just too many people.
Too many people.
You know? There's too many people out there.
Who the fuck's calling? What? I don't know what this is. You know what? Shut up. Go to a fucking voicemail. Fucking, you know, it looks like it's gonna ask me to change my healthcare. I already did that. I already took care of that dumb shit. Piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. Oh, you know, your healthcare, you should change it to, fucking bleach care. No, fuck you.
Are going to hinder our experience. So
I do what
it really
sucked.
What I want,
bitch.
You know, what can you do?
I'm already paying.
We did a few things that were fun.
Paying on my ass.
But it was,
fucking
for
bullshit.
the most part, not a very notable day to talk about. You know, I wish, you know, but no, not really.
Or it's going to be like, oh, you think it's about healthcare, but actually...
What's it called? Be like, Round One, I think it's called. Round One. It's at our local mall. It's a bowling alley, arcade, you know, ticket games, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, man, that sounds so boring.
How many old ladies did I knock over to get the panettone?
Oh, man.
Several. I put down my shoulder like a linebacker, and I just plowed through like this. It's just, the bodies were flipping and flying everywhere to get the panettone, of course.
This dude is so annoying talking about people, man. He, like... Wow.
No, see, normally we would have gone on like the middle of the week. That's our day off usually, remember? We were taking Wednesdays off and stuff, but now all of our schedules have been thrown for a loop. You know, her schedule's literally different every single week. So it's not consistent enough for us to be able to plan it out and be like, oh yeah, let's go on a weekday. We couldn't. Like, we wanted to go out on a weekday this week and we couldn't.
He told us that he wanted to find a day off that was consistent, which was Saturday. So that's his day off. Was Saturday. Now, I'm going to do some theorying. Okay, guys? I think this guy, when he has a week that's 2 days off, it's when Cat could have a day off during the week. That's when they go out and do their errands and bullshit, and Saturday's their fun day. And then when they can't get that, is their Saturdays that day. So I think that's the game plan here.
Couldn't make it happen. So it looks like Balatro is what we're checking out. This is the game that's nominated for Game of the Year. So obviously.
All right.
Wait, what? Now plus Slay the Spire for $7.
All right. I think there's nothing else in this. No other gold does. So that will be it for this video. Thank you for watching. It was a good one. I somehow made this a 3-hour video. Don't ask me how. It was probably through a lot of bullshit, but thank you for sticking in there. I hope it was good. Hope you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next one. If there will be a next one, there probably will be. Why not? Fuck it. But I'll see you in the next one. As I always say,
Time to skedaddle on out of here.
bye. Bye, everyone.